Home has been the place for the A's. 6 wins in their past 7 games at the Coliseum have helped Bob Melvin and the boys get back to the 500 mark. Last night they used their power to strike early and then finish the Orioles off late with some clutch hitting. Tonight the Athletics look to continue their hot streak at home as Trevor Cahill returns to the hill. He has been good in his first 3 starts back with the green and gold. Game 2, A's and Orioles, next. Saturday Night Baseball coming up from the Oakland Coliseum. And as Black Panther, that's the giveaway tonight. We like it, and everybody's going to walk away happy with one. And the A's are trying to make it 2 in a row over the Baltimore Orioles. And there is Trevor Cahill. He will start tonight. A's and Orioles coming up on NBC Sports California, powered by Xfinity. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Oakland A's Baseball, along with Dallas Braden. I'm Glenn Kuiper. 3 more hits last night for Jed Lowry. Dallas, he's in one of those spots right now. Every line drive goes through. Every little pop-up falls. Every ground ball goes through. It's a wonderful thing.
This is what happens when you're living right, just like that man named Jed. Take a look at those numbers on the bottom of the screen there. Quite the production early on in the season. This is a man who leads the club in RBIs, leads the club in hitting with runners in scoring position. And let me tell you right now, Kipe, when things are going right, when you're living good, this is the kind of thing that happens. Everything has eyes for Jed Lowry, the catalyst of this lineup.
So Lowry, 47 hits in 32 games. That puts him well on pace for a 200-hit season. Trevor Cahill tonight, he's been pretty good in his first 3 starts, and what he's done, Dallas, in a small sample size is he's stabilized that rotation. That's important at this point.
He provides them with some veteran leadership, some veteran continuity as well, and he is a defender of the town. That's right, an outstanding outing last time here at home at the Coliseum against the Pale Hose. Cahill looking to make it 2 in a row for the Oakland A's.
All right, so Trevor Cahill will take them out. He will be opposed by Orioles right-hander Kevin Gausman. So there's your pitching matchup for Game 2 of the 3-game series on a very nice night for baseball here in Oakland. A's-Orioles lineups at first pitch coming up next.
only at Jack in the Box.
So the A's take the field, all white uniforms tonight behind Trevor Cahill, trying to make it 2 in a row over the visiting Baltimore Orioles. Game time weather for tonight brought to you by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. The boardwalk is open. Visit beachboardwalk.com for park hours. 57 degrees, so a little bit cooler tonight and breezy, 18 miles an hour. You can see the flags out in the right field breezeway whipping around pretty good. And our game is starting an hour earlier from last night. So starting lineup for the visiting Orioles tonight looks like this. That was Trey Mancini. He'll lead off in left field, followed by Adam Jones. Manny Machado having a terrific season. His numbers against the A's in his career. Then it's Chris Davis, Mark Trumbo, Pedro Alvarez. Chance Sisco is the catcher. Anthony Santander is a switch-hitting right fielder. And Chase Peterson is your second baseman.
And they're taking on Trevor Cahill. You take a look at the numbers there. Off to a nice start here for Oakland. Career against the Baltimore Orioles, 3-1 with a 2.42 ERA in 4 starts. Looking to continue that success here against the Orioles here at home.
So Cahill finishing up his warm-up tosses. He's about set to go. The defense behind him for the A's has Matt Joyce in left, Mark Cannon in center, and Stephen Piscotty is in right field. Chapman, Simeon, Lowry, and Olson on the infield, with Bruce Maxwell getting the start tonight behind the dish. So Maxwell will catch Trevor Cahill. So we're set for baseball. The Orioles with the orange tops tonight, along with the gray pants. It's a good look. Yeah. Maybe not every night, but once in a while. Sure. Dabble. First pitch of the game from Cahill, drops in there for a strike, 93-mile-an-hour sinker. So 4th start for Cahill. He's done a pretty good job in each of his first 3. 7 shutout innings in his first one, and then the other 2, he's given his team a chance to win. That's all you can ask for. Larry Vanover is the crew chief, and he is calling balls and strikes. Wendelstedt, Guccione, and Rackley round out the umpires tonight.
Well, God, we talk about the early success of Trevor Cahill thus far. He started off the ball game here with first pitch strikes. 61% first pitch strikes for Cahill early on this season. That's the career high since 2012, actually, when he was with Arizona.
And a good start as Cahill strikes out Mancini to open up the ball game.
And the name of the game is getting ahead early, strike 1, and that allows Cahill to start expanding the zone. We know how that goes. It's a good job of Cahill. We talk about getting ahead, and here he brings that sinker back over the outside part of the plate. Very tough pitch for these righties to handle. The bottom just falls out.
Well, he's never really lost that pitch, has he? The hard sinking fastball. No. So 1 away for Adam Jones. Another good pitch, sinker, 93 miles an hour. Jones had a home run last night in the first inning, his 5th of the year.
In what was his 1,500th career game as a Baltimore Oriole. So hats off to Adam Jones for that accomplishment.
Lowest opponent batting average, first time through the lineup. Trevor Cahill, 2nd.
Some good company there. Corbin, Verlander, the early success those guys have had. And that's what it's about, Kite. Establishing yourself early on. You know, in a day and age where getting through that lineup the 3rd time is almost a unicorn act of sorts.
It's become quite the big deal, hasn't it?
Oh, man.
1-2 pitch, half swing, foul just past the Orioles dugout. Orioles are 8-24 as their very difficult season continues. They're owners of the worst record in the American League. They've lost 4 in a row. They've lost 10 out of 12. So Buck Showalter trying to figure out what the heck is going on. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, struck him out. Took a little off at 87 miles an hour.
Well, that's that change up there. The pitch that's been good for Cahill.
Batting third, the shortstop.
Numbers on the chase rate are up on the changeup as well. It's the highest of his career. Chase rate 56% on the changeup. So it's been a pitch that he's utilized not only for contact, but for some swing and miss as well.
Well, PitchCast is brought to you by SoFi, a modern finance company. 2 outs for Manny Machado. Machado takes a strike. .358 the batting average for Manny Machado. That's second best in the American League. 9 home runs and 27 runs batted in.
And you know, Cut, you think to yourself, how can the Baltimore Orioles struggle the way they have with the numbers that Manny Machado has put up? It's really everybody else around him.
Yep.
He hasn't had much support.
Yeah, he's done his part. Mookie Betts leads the American League in batting average, then Machado and Lowry and D. Gordon. But you're right, everybody else just not getting a lot of help. Cahill, long look in. Tries to get Machado to chase. He does not. Machado is also 4th in the American League in RBIs with his 27.
It's like he tweaked that landing foot.
And he strikes out the side. Couldn't have tweaked it too much. So an impressive first inning for Trevor Cahill as he strikes out Mancini, Jones, and Machado, all 3 swinging. Looks like this. Joyce, Simeon, Lowry, Davis, Olson, Chapman, Canna, Piscotty, and Maxwell.
They're going to be staring down the barrel of one Kevin Gausman, the big righty here. Take a look at those numbers on the season. Can be a little deceptive. Got banged around by Minnesota first start out of the year on April Fool's Day, but has been no fool since then. Has done well. Take away that start, 2.93 ERA, 25 strikeouts in 30 2/3 innings. So very capable is Kevin Gausman.
Yeah, he's got good stuff. So he will face Matt Joyce, leading things off here in the bottom of the first.
The key for Oakland against Kevin Gausman is get to this man early. First time through the order, a 6.35 ERA. So if you're going to get him, let's get him early.
First pitch to Joyce, runs outside. Matt Joyce at 192, couple of home runs, 4 RBIs. That one is driven toward left center, but it hangs up for Mancini. Now he comes in and he makes the catch. Rest of the defense for the Orioles, you see Mancini, then Jones and Santander fill out the outfield. Alvarez, Machado, Peterson, and Davis on the infield. And Chance Sisco is your catcher. So Cisco getting the start tonight.
Yeah, Caleb Joseph took a couple shots late in the ball game last night. Got the quick turnaround with the day game tomorrow. A little breather for Caleb.
Marcus Simeon rolls one into right field for a base hit, beating the shift.
You said it, Kipe. You like to see these kind of at-bats, especially from guys like Marcus Simeon, taking what's given to them early in the count. Got the shift, 3 guys over on the left side of the infield. Take a look there, and he just does a great job of shooting this over to the right side, right to that 4-hole. No big deal. We'll take it.
Well, I'm convinced that a pitcher, and obviously a pitcher when that happens, he's probably a little hacked up. But they will remember when they get burned by the shift.
Oh, yeah.
But they'll forget when the shift helps them out.
Well, that's why he was there.
It's just normal human nature. Lowry takes a bit low.
We talked a lot about it last night, but to that point, learning how to pitch to your defense, I think that's something we'll start to see as this game continues to evolve, as the arms on the mound continue to evolve.
Lowry at 356, 8 homers, 31 RBIs. Do you think the shift and the amount it's used, which is a lot, some teams more than others, do you think it is absolutely here to stay?
Absolutely. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. The numbers are what they are, and I think when you see the lack of adjusting occurring at the plate, I think you have to do what the numbers tell you.
Do you think the amount of shifts will increase or decrease in the next 5 years?
I think we have found the happy medium, if you will. I think the numbers for most teams sort of allow them to gauge the importance level of a game situation, when they'd like to move guys, where they'd like to move guys. But as long as we are strategizing and trying to put people in positions to succeed physically, the shift is absolutely here to stay.
Well, it's a great baseball conversation now.
It is.
And I always say, listen, we could sit up here and go, man, why would you shift there? Base hit, they beat the shift, but there has to be Mancini a long run. Mancini still on the run, and he makes a beautiful sliding catch in foul territory. Trey Mancini ran a long ways for that one.
A lot of ground to cover out there in that outfield, no doubt about it. This play made in foul territory. Take a look at where he's starting. He's pretty much shaded into the alley over there in left center. Does a good job of tracking the ball. Hits the ground, knows he's got the wall coming up. Didn't necessarily have to slide to make the catch, but more of a self-preservation move. Heads-up play by Mancini to not go careening into that wall.
Exmo brought to you by Cache Creek Casino Resort. So 2 outs for Chris Davis. Now my point was teams must have the statistical information that says this is working. Otherwise, they wouldn't be doing it.
Right. Yeah. There's a method.
My only question, though, Dallas, which I find interesting, is some teams shift 5, 6, 7 times more often than other teams against, like, you know, when we see teams play the A's. Well, one series, team will shift everybody, and then you'll go to the next city and play the next team, and they won't shift hardly at all.
Right.
And that's the only part that I wonder about.
And
is it that much of a difference in philosophy?
And I do think it has a lot to do with how well they feel their pitcher can pitch to said scouting report.
Sure. Oh, that makes sense.
Because you got 5 guys in a rotation. Not all 5 of those execute at the same level. So in an effort to do the best you can to help them out, you move your guys behind them accordingly. And if it's somebody who might miss a spot more so than the first 2 guys, well, you might be prone to just let the kids play, if you will.
3-1 now.
We take a look last night at Crush going to work off Cashner here. That ball right down Broadway, and KD, oddly enough, gets the barrel out and extends out to left field. This one didn't go into the seats and right like we're used to seeing, but power to all fields. KD.
See if he gets one to hit here on 3-1. Bounces it right up the middle. Hey, guess what? The shift helped him there. So Hayes get a hit from Simeon. Nothing else. No score after 1. Our fast pitch brought to you by Xfinity, the fastest Wi-Fi at home and on the go. Trevor Cahill struck out the side in the first inning, all swinging. Chris Davis, a bunt attempt, and after watching that bunt attempt, that's why Chris Davis shouldn't bunt.
Well, and you know,
come on, we had this discussion a month ago.
Well, we had this discussion last night, and I'm wondering here, he's down 0-1. Chapman is still in the same spot. The approach doesn't change for Chris Davis when he gets to 2 strikes like he is now. So why didn't he try to take what was given to him again at that moment in time? Because now here he is, 0-2, no chance of dropping a bunt down, and we know how this song and dance goes.
I'm just talking about the form, and that's how that song and dance goes. 3 pitches, Davis strikes out. So 4 consecutive strikeouts for Trevor Cahill.
And the dactyl is alive and well. Take a look at this. That's some serious fuzz on that boy right there. Davis expecting this to stay true. Don't give up on it. That thing ain't done working yet. Can I get you anything, Chris? No thanks, just looking.
So here's Mark Trumbo. Mark Trumbo at .313, just 1 RBI, and again, just back from the disabled list. This is just his 5th game.
And this is a guy, he gets going and he catches fire.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that very streaky. Bruce Maxwell got it pretty good here.
Give him a little time to clear the cobwebs.
Trumbo has faced Cahill 10 times with very little success. Foul straight back. But Trumbo could go a month where he'll look terrible.
Right.
And then he'll go a month where he'll hit 12 home runs.
Where you can't get him out. No, you're absolutely right. But to that point, all it takes is a guy like Trumbo to start to swing the bat, couple knocks here and there. You pass the baton and
you got to play.
Nice little recovery by the young fella.
Yep.
That a baby.
He just got a piece of it, barely.
See there, another changeup away for Trevor Cahill. Talked about it last inning. Having a lot of success with swing and miss. And the chase rate on the changeup this year. A pitch that's really helped him out early on.
spins inside. So count even at 2-2 to Trumbo with Pedro Alvarez waiting in the on-deck circle.
Trumbo guy, if you're going to crowd him, you want to make sure you're going to get it in there.
And now it's full count.
You know, and you could see Cahill and Maxwell having a little bit of an issue trying to get on the same page there. They doubled up soft, off speed, change up, curveball. Back to the change up here.
Trumbo bounces it left side. Chapman takes care of it for the second out.
Well, it's a good job by Trevor Cahill and Bruce Maxwell to not give in to Mark Trumbo there. Obviously a guy who can handle the heater. Continue to go soft, catch the big fella out front.
It's a good crowd tonight. The Black Panther bobblehead was the giveaway.
That's got something to do with it.
Yep. First pitch to Pedro Alvarez, who's getting a start at third base tonight. Remember, as we talked about last night, the Orioles playing without two pretty good players, Jonathan Scope and Tim Beckham.
Yeah.
So you're playing without your second baseman and your third baseman. Second baseman is middle of the order hitter, Scope.
We talked about Beckham last night, the success he had as he came over.
A little bit outside. Orioles are 3-14 on the road this year. Right oblique for Scope, and look at the numbers from last year: 32 homers, 105 RBIs, and 35 doubles. That's a middle of the order hitter.
Yeah, that's a guy that you can lean on.
There's the changeup from Cahill. Even though 86 miles an hour, but watch the movement.
Well, that's the thing is, you know, a guy you think about in Felix Hernandez, who doesn't have a tremendous amount of separation between the fastball and changeup as far as velocity is concerned. Movement a key factor.
Strike three call. So that is 5 strikeouts for Trevor Cahill in the first 2 innings. Hey, happy Cinco de Mayo, everybody.
This day in A's history.
California is brought to you by the Chrysler Pacifica Hybrid, America's first hybrid minivan. Test drive one today.
Looks like the treehouse is jumping tonight. Bottom of the second inning, the A's and the Orioles are scoreless. A's trying to get over the 500 mark. They're 16-16. 9-6 at home are the Athletics.
9-6 at home. Cahill had success. His one start here at home. It's a good recipe.
I always felt like there's something about pushing yourself away from that 500 mark a little bit.
Absolutely.
The A's have not done it a lot in the last 3 years, but get yourself where you're 7 or 8 games over 500. Not easy to do, but
no. Because what it does mentally is it gives you that idea, you know what, we are much better than a 500 team.
That's right.
Because that 500, you know, kind of has that average stigma attached to it. No doubt everybody across the game believes their clubhouse is an above average clubhouse, but you'd like to have some reinforcement up there on the scoreboard.
2-1 to bat Olsen. A little bit inside. Close. Olsen 264. He's got 4 home runs. He's got 13 RBIs.
Starting to figure things out a little bit.
Well, I think you're right, because this is what happened last night.
He gets a pitch, starts to hang. They wanted this pitch away. And Ole, if it's going to be soft in the zone, soft coming to him or away from him, either way, it's got to be down. And he took advantage.
And he got him swinging there, 93 miles an hour with some sinking life. So that's a pretty good pitch by Gausman.
And we talked about him taking advantage of pitches up in the zone here. This ball down. Good downward angle here from Gausman as well, making it very tough on the hitter. Talk about creating angle, forcing that hitter to hit the top half of the baseball. The combination of angle and movement, and Ole just comes up empty.
First pitch is a bit inside to Matt Chapman. Chapman at 246 with 6 home runs. Kevin Gausman. It was in 2012 where he was the 4th overall pick in the draft out of LSU. Collegiate star. He's got good stuff.
Oh, no doubt about it. No, we'll take a look at how he likes to go about his business here. 60% fastball almost, 22% on the splitter. So you're going to get fastball split majority of the time. Slider, not as much. More of a contact pitch at times for him.
Last year, Gausman was 11-12 with a 4.68 ERA, and he stayed healthy, made 34 starts, 186 innings.
Well, if you remember, Gausman was a guy that they kind of bounced around and shuffled between the bullpen and the rotation early on. Trying to figure out where he could get comfortable, sit down, come back up. Finally given an opportunity, maybe earned the opportunity to entrench himself in the rotation.
And the 3-2 pitch, 94 miles an hour, threw it by Chapman.
Go back to April 23rd here. An immaculate inning. Something you don't see every day. That's 9 pitches, 3 strikeouts, and that's all she wrote. And as we've seen here, caught these last 2 at bats here. He's got the stuff. 94, challenge you in the zone.
Now he's from Centennial, Colorado, and that is where the late Halliday was from. And Gausman changed his number this year to number 34 in honor. Halliday was somebody who he watched growing up.
You can see he's got a little bit of the dock in him.
A little bit. Good size.
Size. Overhand delivery.
6'3", 205-pounder, Kevin Gausman. Going to be the catcher, Chance Cisco, who flips off the mask, and that's a pretty good inning for Gosman. A couple of strikeouts. We're scoreless after 2. Program is here recognizing teachers that make a difference. Visit NBCSportsCalifornia.com to cast your vote. Remember, the winner receives $20,000 for his or her school. First pitch swinging, Chance Cisco grounds it to Lowry. And that's out number 1 here in the 3rd. 7 up, 7 down for Trevor Cahill with 5 strikeouts. How about that?
Well, that's what happens when you fill the zone up early. That message gets back to the rest of the gang in the dugout and that other, the other side of the field, and they know we've got to get up there and we've got to look for something to hit because he's going to be in the zone early and often.
So here's Anthony Santander, switch hitting right fielder. First look at Santander. 23-year-old from Venezuela. Played a little bit last year, 13 games, 30 at-bats.
Obviously with the DL issues here, going to get an extended look.
And that one is drilled toward right field. Piscotty hustling back. Piscotty leaps and he caught it. I think he timed his leap perfectly and got it right in the end of the glove.
You are absolutely right. Tough time of the day as well for Piscotty. He's got the shades on. Nice little sunset going on here in the East Bay, and the reflection of Piscotty's glasses. Gets up, little snow cone. Got you covered, Cahill. Don't worry about it.
So that was a nice play, and that is what he's looking back at. Coliseum, always known as a tough sun field, especially during the day, obviously.
That's right.
Remember, this game starting an hour earlier than the normal 7 o'clock night game, so that makes a little bit of difference. He's going to have those shades on for a couple more innings. Chase Peterson swings over top. Changeup's good tonight, huh?
It's absolutely outstanding, and it's the arm speed, Kite. That's what these hitters are picking up. That fastball arm speed, 92, 93, sometimes with a four-seamer, that big bowling ball sinker, and all of a sudden we got about 8 miles an hour of separation. The bottom falls out.
Well, what's funny with Cahill's changeup is it moves the same way his fastball moves,
right.
But it's, 7, 8, 9 miles per hour different, but it has the same movement.
Well, yeah, it's the same movement, and again, back to the arm speed. That's what these hitters are picking up.
2-2 pitch, a little bit outside.
You see there, change-up, fastball, change-up combination early on for Trevor Cahill, becoming the bread and butter. That rocking chair approach, hard in, soft away.
Grounded into right field, and that's a base hit for Peterson. So that's the first hit for the Orioles.
Well, we're going to go to StatCast to get the numbers on old Piscotty's track down job out there in right field. Sprint speed, 19.7 feet per second. Distance covered, 50 feet in the sun. Do we have a ratio on the sun rays?
Degree of difficulty?
Up there.
Yep. So top of the order, Trey Mancini. Mancini was 0 for 5 with 2 strikeouts last night, and he opened up tonight's game with a strikeout. Just another Orioles hitter who just has not been as good so far this year as he was last year. Well, it's still fairly early, but runner goes. Maxwell's throw is not in time. Lowry tried to get the tag maybe on the leg or foot area of Peterson, but could not do it, so it's a stolen base.
Well, and this has been a little bit of an issue for Trevor Cahill thus far. Holding runners, keeping runners close. As a starting pitcher, you want to do the best job you can, give your catcher an opportunity to throw guys out, whether that's holding the ball long enough to make them uncomfortable over at first.
It's close.
Very close.
It's the hand. Huh. Can almost make an argument there.
I think Bob will tuck it in the back pocket.
2-0 to Mancini. The Orioles don't steal a huge amount of bases. That was their 13th steal. But they've only been thrown out twice, so they don't let it hurt them too much.
It's a matter of picking your spot. Sure, we'll take another look here. Tough. Too close to
3-0 pitch. Walked in. So a 2-out rally by the Orioles. First walk issued by Cahill. And now you got to face Adam Jones.
pretty good pitch at the bottom of the zone. 91-mile-an-hour fastball, trying to get back in the count here.
It's a strike.
Yeah,
3-0 pitch.
I'm going to need it.
I always say, if you're the umpire, why wouldn't you call that a strike? Especially on 3-0.
Keep the game moving. Let's go. I'm with you. I'm with you.
So tough out here in Adam Jones. He struck out in the first. Peterson at second, Mancini at first.
Talk about Adam Jones making his 1,500th appearance in an Orioles uniform last night. No fireworks here at the Coliseum for you, so he started some on his own. The home run there off Mington. And he has been a staple for this Baltimore Oriole club for a while.
His 11th year in the big leagues, Adam Jones. I'll make you guess. I know you guys hate when I do this. How many career home runs do you think Adam Jones has?
233.
256.
Wow.
Good guess. I know that's really not fair because the chance of you getting it right exactly, it's very, very slim.
I was in the ballpark.
You were close. 256. He's 32 years old.
257 if you count the minor league home run he hit off me back in A-ball. Yeah.
Obviously somebody's got a long memory. See, and you even said that with a little game face, like,
yep.
He got me.
Yeah, he got me.
Yeah,
it was a good pitch, and he did an even better job. I firmly believe there's no good pitches that have ended up on the other side of the fence.
So of those 256, 253 have come with the Orioles. Remember, he had 3 with Seattle before
the move.
The Mariners made that ill-advised trade. Swing and a miss, 2-2.
And this right here, this isn't at bat for Trevor Cahill that he can really go into the rest of the game with some momentum here. Slight misstep, added some traffic to the base pass here. You've got their guy at the dish right now, and Adam Jones 2-2. Make a pitch and get out of this.
And he did. Swing and a miss, struck him out. So Jones strikes out for the second time, and the Orioles strand a pair in the top of the third.
Is out on the latest fashion trend, huh? Socks featuring our lovable mascot Stomper. Get him in ya. Be one of the first 10,000 fans.
Or you can do game night with the A's. That's what I would do, Dallas.
We'll do that.
Thursday, May 24th, 5:30 to 8:30 at Plank and Jack London Square. So, you know what? You can do socks.
Well, you can bring your socks.
There's a number of different ways we can go with this. I'm going to go with game night right now.
I was excited about the socks.
Socks are tomorrow.
So I got chilly feet right now. That's where my head's at.
Socks are tomorrow, first 10,000 fans.
All right.
Piscotty to lead it off, followed by Maxwell and Joyce here in the bottom of the third. Kind of a jam shot toward Machado, who flips it across. So 1 out. And here's Maxwell.
Batting ninth and catching, number 13, Bruce Maxwell.
Angels leading the Mariners 1-0 in the third inning. Skaggs and Gonzalez, couple of lefties in that one. Angels won last night 5-0.
I've had a nice conversation with Bruce Maxwell yesterday, and he just talking about what it's like having a guy like Lucroy, being able to learn from, being able to work with, and obviously the playing time, not maybe what he expected coming into the season, but what he talked about was his ability to really have an opportunity to figure out how he likes to go about his business, preparation, taking that to the next level, being able to tap a guy like Lucroy and figure those things out. So while I think a lot of guys across the game, they find themselves in a similar situation as Maxwell, are very easily sidetracked or discouraged, and that just doesn't appear to be the case with Bruce, which is great to see.
who knows, in the long run, for Bruce Maxwell, it may help his career more. Just taking a step back, playing behind Lucroy for a year or two, or however long. It may make Maxwell a better player down the road. He's got himself a base hit there as the shift was on. And there was just no way Alvarez was going to get over there. Alvarez, the only man on that left side.
And what's great is we also talked about his performance at the plate, and he mentioned, you know, with the limited opportunities I might have, I understand I have to do everything I can to show them that I am as complete a player as I think I am. And that means taking what's given to me. That means trying not to hit a 500-foot home run every time I go to the plate. It's doing those little things. So a great job there by Bruce Maxwell.
You say try less?
That's right. Try less.
Her down a little bit. So here's Joyce with Maxwell aboard. Davis, the first baseman, playing in front of Maxwell.
Got the shift on.
Davis has it. He spins. He fires to second for one. On to first, and Gausman covering safe. So Gausman was over there. I wonder if his foot was not on the bag.
Well, that's
it. Looked like the throw was there in time.
That's right, Kai. He did everything but touch the bag. See, it's a good job by Chris Davis here to spin, clear himself a lane, make the throw.
Marcus Semien.
Huh. I think they're going to take a look at it. Hunter Wendelstedt is talking, not paying attention. Come on, Hunter, let's go. I think he was out.
And they're going to take a peek. It looked like he was out. It was a tough angle we had. I think once we get that shot from there we go.
Was his foot on the bag? You know, maybe his foot wasn't on the bag. He went back, though. I think his foot went back.
Yeah, his foot initially, you're absolutely right, Kai. Right here, he's on the bag. Right here, he's not. And then he's back on the bag in that brief second.
So that's close. This is a good look here.
Kai, I tell you, I got him safe.
Yeah, you know what? I think he is safe.
I got him safe.
And I think Hunter Wendelstedt's call was based on his right foot being off the bag.
And I like the Orioles here. The effort here to sell it, bringing all the players off the field. I get it, guys. I get it. But the eye in the sky does not lie. Yeah,
that is a good move. Just
it is
off the field. Yeah. Outfielders, everybody.
Yeah, sell it. But Gausman here, the guy that knows what's going on. You see, he's out on the mound. Gausman knows. Let that be the indicator. Yeah.
And here we go. He is.
Get back out there, boys.
Safe. So the Orioles will head back onto the field.
And you know, I think moving forward, Kai, there's going to be a rule against this here, because now we're going to take about 30+ seconds or so for everybody to get back to their positions. And it's all in an effort, which I applaud, to sell the play, but to no avail.
So Joyce ruled safe, so it's a fielder's choice for him. And it did look like Gausman's foot just kind of leaked off the bag.
Just a bit. I tell you, I've had the opportunity to go out into New York, that headquarters where they do the replay system at, and there's a lot of moving parts there, very interesting, but I'd like to think more times than not they're on the ball.
Yep. Right to Machado, who's going to fire to second, and they just get Joyce side retired. So the A's strand a runner. We're scoreless after 3 from the Coliseum.
No matter where you serve or when you served, we stand ready to serve all military families.
Scoreless game between the A's and the Orioles. Top of the 4th inning. Machado, Davis, and Trumbo. First pitch looked like maybe a curveball that just spun out of his hand a little bit. Machado struck out in the first. That one's hit hard under the glove of the diving Marcus Semien. He just missed it.
A big heavy sinker there. Machado actually, I think, broke his bat on the play.
Now batting, number 19, Chris Davis.
Yeah, you can see the shards of wood fly. Tell you what, we talked about a combination of velocity and movement. Working just off the barrel is where Cahill's going to find a lot of success. And at times things just don't go your way.
So Chris Davis steps in. He struck out looking in the 2nd inning. Orioles last in the American League in total runs scored. They've scored 114 runs in 32 games. Hard to believe.
Yeah, you know, when you think about Peterson last inning trying to swipe second base or successfully swiping second, you think it's obviously a team who's identified we've got to do something in an effort to create offense.
Well, they've never had to do that before. They were just going to slug it, and it worked for them. But for some reason, not yet anyways, they still may be that way this year. They've hit 33 home runs, so that's 11th in the league. So they're not really doing it there either.
And I think in the era of the 3 true outcome, walk, homer, or a strikeout, when you've got an entire lineup that seems to have fallen victim to that approach, the numbers sort of reflect the lack of success, the lack of adjusting.
I mean, look where they are home run ranks the last 5 seasons. I mean, they're always near the top. I mean, you get over 200 home runs, that's a pretty good number. Last year, 232. This was 2009. That's Chris Davis as a member of the Texas Rangers. And that's Trevor Cahill. And we're guessing that Dallas Braden is somewhere in the dugout.
Yeah, I was probably hiding my eyes after that one.
So 1-1 to big Chris Davis. Tough guy to figure out, Chris Davis. I mean, we all know what he's capable of. I mean, he's just a guy with massive power.
Well, you know, he had that. He went on a tear there for a while, and then he actually fell victim to the. It wasn't a PED suspension, but it was. He had a TUE for Adderall, and then did not secure the TUE. Was suspended. It's about trying to figure out how he was going to get back on the field, get back to playing without the use of that.
He hit 53 home runs in 2013. He hit 47 in 2015. He hit 38 in 2016. Runner goes, throw to second base. Got him. Another close play.
And what an amazing job by Bruce Maxwell here on the backhand, on the breaker, in the dirt. He knows he's only got one shot to make this play, and that's to come up with the hop, make the exchange, and fire it down to second base. Take another look here. It's a good job by Semien to get the tag down right there on the shin before Machado's foot hits the bag. But again, a tremendous effort by Maxwell behind the dish.
And just like that, Davis strikes out. So after a Machado leadoff single, now there's 2 outs.
Take it. Take another look. Good job by Semien. Get himself in position.
Number 45.
Maxwell delivers a strike after making the clean pick at home. You got to love that as a pitcher as well. You understand you weren't able to execute. They're trying to create offense. And your backstop, he's got you covered.
First pitch to Trumbo, well outside. Trumbo bounced out to Chapman in the second inning. So 2-0 to Trumbo. 7 strikeouts now to go with 1 walk for Trevor Cahill. So you get 2-0, take a little off.
That's right. Take a little off. Get yourself back in the count. You understand that Trumbo's obviously probably looking something hard, something out over the heart of the plate he can handle. 2-0, advantageous hitters count.
Jam, and that one fouled right toward the Orioles players that are standing outside the dugout. Everybody seems to be okay.
Take a look at the StatCast numbers on that swipe. The attempted swipe by Machado. Pop time from Bruce on the backhand just north of 2. Almost 80 miles an hour down there. And that's a good job by Cahill and Maxwell, both there on that pitch. 2-2. See Maxwell swaying behind the dish, looking to split his body line with that pitch. Having trouble getting on the same page. Try to bring that fastball back over the corner against Trumbo. Didn't catch him looking. Going four-seamer.
And that one is driven toward left center field. Nobody's going to get this one. Trumbo rounds first, digging for second. He'll have a 2-out stand-up double.
Well, you could see him cycle through the signs a few different times. Difficulty getting on the same page. They wanted to go four-seamer here. Leave it over the middle of the plate. Trumbo does exactly what he's supposed to do. Delivers a blow up to the gap in left center. Standing on second.
So Pedro Alvarez steps in. Alvarez 0 for 4 with a little strikeouts last night. He struck out in his first at bat tonight. Maxwell picks it up, but he's not going to make a throw as Trumbo hustles over to third.
That's a great read by Trumbo there. Even with 2 outs, read that ball in the dirt from second base. Not easily done. Maxwell trying to kick out and keep this thing in front of him, trying to circle back around and keep it towards home plate. You can see Trumbo, no hesitation there. Sees that ball up the line and breaks.
1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. 1-1. Trumbo not really being attended to at third, so he can come down the line as far as he wants, pretty much.
Yeah, you know, and if you're Trevor Cahill, you just got to completely erase that from your mind. You don't worry about him. The only way he scores is if the man at the plate does his job. And
now it's 1-2. You know what? The only, well, I don't want to say the only time, but if a ball doesn't necessarily roll real far away and a pitch in the dirt, it certainly helps the runner then. Sure. And look where he is. He's almost halfway down. Got him swinging. Stayed with the off-speed stuff. Alvarez strikes out for the second time. Trumbo is stranded at third. No scores. We head to the bottom of the fourth.
Fieldhouse Tuesday, May 7th. First the Astros for the inaugural Town Cook-Off beginning at 5:30 p.m. That's right. All y'all, everybody is welcome to watch these 4 local chefs squaring off for the opportunity to partner up with the A's to serve their dish at an upcoming A's game from a concession stand. So come on, crown the winner with us. Let's see these chefs in action.
That's where all the action will be.
That's where it's going down. I'll be there. I'll be a judge.
So that's Tuesday?
Tuesday, it's 7. That's right, 5:30. Pre-game. Astros are in town.
We will ask you how it went. 1-0 to Jed Lowry. 2-0 to Jed Lowry.
Chili cook-off, Kype. I'll say this. Let's make sure the windows are open.
Chili cook-off. You tell us how good it was. Lowry. With a fly ball down the left field line that was foul, and Mancini made a very nice sliding catch on. That was in the first inning. Gosman's been good. He's allowed just 2 hits, a couple of strikeouts. Looking for his 3rd win of the year. 3-0 pitch is low, and a leadoff walk.
As you mentioned at the top, Gosman, aside from his first outing on April 1st against the Twins, has pitched well.
Yep. Every one of those outings since then has been pretty darn good. Won his last start over the Tigers.
Chris Davis.
8 innings before that against Cleveland, I believe.
Then he got a loss.
Yeah.
2-1. Davis popped it up toward left center field. Machado dropped it. He picks it up. He fires to second, and they get Lowry. That was a weird ball. In fact, I'm not sure the second baseman saw it. And it's that time of night where it's not really dark just yet, but see Peterson, the second baseman, I don't think he saw it.
Well, you know, and
Adam Jones did not come in.
Right, and if he did, he understood that, you know what, we do have a runner on first base here, and in the event that something like this occurs, somebody has to get over to second base, somebody has to get home. So I think it's a decent job by Peterson. Whether or not he actually had eyes on the ball, he understands I've got to get back to second base. Manny obviously recovers, makes a strong throw.
And 2, as you watch that ball go up, Dallas, it was kind of blowing toward right field, and that's just where those flags in that right field breezeway are. You can see where the ball would go that direction.
That's right. Right through that little tunnel over there in right center. Right there.
0-1 to Olsen, who struck out in the second. Shift is on for Olsen. A's come into tonight 6th in the American League in total runs scored. They're 6th in home runs. 4th in doubles, 4th in walks. Toward Mancini in left, who goes back and over, and he makes the catch.
But you know what, Kype? That's still encouraging off the bat of Matt Olson, continuing to use the opposite field as he starts to climb out of that little funk he was in. He's seeing the ball a lot better. Punch outs have gone down. I believe he struck out 33 times over the course of the first 20 ball games.
Early on.
Only 12 times over the last 15 or so, I believe.
And listen, he's going to strike out.
Sure.
But he starts hitting the ball that way, and we're not talking about flipping it that way.
Right.
Driving it a little bit. Even that ball, he hit that ball pretty well.
Absolutely. Double off the wall.
0-1 to Matt Chapman. Right side of the infield is wide open for Chapman. Outfield straight away. pitch by Gausman got in a little bit on Chapman.
Well, and to the point of pitching to that shift, obviously you've got a big, strong guy in Matt Chapman up at the dish right now. Runner on first, a giant hole created on the right side of the infield. But what's the game plan? Force Chapman to hit our pitch. We're going to crowd him inside.
Into foul territory is Pedro Alvarez, and he's got it. So Gausman issues the leadoff walk. Nothing else for the A's. We're moving to the 5th inning. Still no score. Top of the 5th inning, so it could have a birthday celebration. It'd be great if your birthday was on a holiday and everybody celebrates your birthday. It is Cinco de Mayo, maybe not an official holiday, but it's a fun holiday.
That's right. My father-in-law, happy birthday to Mr. Larry Barrett today.
Really?
Yeah, he gets to
So he's a
celebrate
Cinco de
him.
Mayo guy.
That's right.
So you have a margarita for your father-in-law.
I'll have a few.
Absolutely. 1-1 the count to Chance Sisco, followed by Santander and then Peterson, bottom 3. Trevor Cahill, most strikeouts he has had in a game, 10. He's done it twice in his career. He's got 8 right now in 4 innings.
Well, I tell you, at the rate he's going tonight, he's going to eclipse that, in my opinion. Utilizing that changeup that's been real nice tonight on its best behavior for Cahill. There it is.
He keeps throwing it, doesn't he?
I tell you what, I talked about this last night. If you're having trouble finding yourself commanding the baseball in the zone, go to your bread and butter pitch. That's the one that you can almost throw in your sleep to get you back on track. And right now, what you're seeing with Cahill, he's got a tremendous feel for that pitch. No need to go away from it.
Strike 3 called. We'll get to it, Larry Vanover.
You know, and this is just all about this. We talked about the rocking chair approach, hard in, soft away, and bring this heater, start it right at that front hip, and turn old Chance Sisco into a window shopper. Baby Larry.
They got 9 as well, so we are accurate. We check with them for accuracy. Santander thinking about bunting. Pitch is called the ball. Santander hit that ball toward right field in the 3rd inning. A line drive that Piscotty went back on and made a very nice catch.
The sun has since tucked itself away. Piscotty can lose the shades.
Bounced fair. Past Olsen down the right field line. Santander around first, headed for second, and he's got a 1-out double. Ball picked up cleanly by Lowry, but Santander stays at second base. So hit number 4 for Baltimore.
Now batting, number 29, Jace Peterson.
Cahill a little frustrated here. This is the second time they've tried to go in against Santander. Looked like they wanted it away. Cahill just misses location. We know about the arm side run movement from Cahill. This thing leaks back over the plate, and Santander, the old Baltimore chop into the ground there.
So runner in scoring position for the O's is Jace Peterson will hit. He had a base hit and a stolen base in the 3rd inning. Good take there on a pretty good changeup.
You know, typically with a guy like Cahill, obviously the ability to put the ball on the ground. First pitch changeup. Looking to see if they're sitting fastball. Runners in scoring position.
That one in for a strike. 86 miles an hour from Cahill.
Chase Peterson, first pitch swing with runners in scoring position, 42%. Give you an idea why they go soft early in the count with the man on second.
Bunt attempt. Don't like that play at all. And I bet Buck Showalter doesn't like it either.
He's thinking. Man on second. He's in scoring position now. Let's roll the pole, see what you can do.
Exactly. So 2-1 the count to Peterson. Mancini is the on-deck hitter. Swing and a miss. There's the changeup.
And it is again. You can see Cahill really starting to slow things down, become deliberate. Another look in, getting on top of that. It's really becoming a neutralizer for him, especially against the lefties.
They throw it again. And he got him with a fastball, 90 miles an hour. And that is strikeout number 10.
It's almost in between. Kipe at 90 miles an hour. It's not quite the fastball that he tried to go with last time against Peterson with 2 strikes in, and Peterson barreled him up.
Yeah, it wasn't 92, 93, wasn't 85, it was 90.
He got on top of it and just created more sink, more north to south movement there. And was able to get Peterson to swing right over the top.
Mancini hits it hard, and it's foul. Chapman dove for it. That was close.
Very close. So Mancini aggressive as well on first pitch.
Saw it bounce in foul territory right before the bag, right there. So that's a good call by David Rackley. Pops out of the glove of Maxwell. So 1-1 the count. The Orioles had a runner at, well, they had runners at first and second, 2 outs in the third. They got Trumbo to third base in the fourth with 2 outs. And they got Santander at second in this inning. So they've had a few opportunities tonight, but Cahill has been able to work his way out of them.
And that's been the key, his ability to bear down. We talked about him slowing down the game. Right now, working at his pace.
'81 pitches so far.
Hasn't extended himself too much. You think big league average somewhere around 15.5 pitches per inning.
There it is.
There's a look at that changeup.
Big pitch. Here it is. Foul back.
You see there, they're going with the four-seam fastball. Obviously, the movement from Cahill on the sinker is something these guys are very aware of, just trying to give them a different line of sight with that fastball.
So another 2-2 to Mancini. Ball is high, or maybe a changeup again. Just didn't come out quite the side.
Yeah, as that little slider type deal is just kind of mixing, got around the pitch a little. (3-2). I'm going to put my money on a changeup here.
Pitch, here it is. And it was a changeup, and Mancini rolls it foul into the A's dugout.
And you know, I get it if you're Trevor Cahill right now. It's obviously a pitch he's very comfortable and confident in. You know, 1 or 2 routes here. You can try to bounce this thing if you need to. The confidence in Maxwell to keep it in front.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out with another changeup. So a career-high 11th strikeout tonight for Trevor Cahill, and it comes at a big time as Santander is stranded at second base. No score, bottom of the 5th coming up.
Brought to you by Denny's. Welcome to America's Diner.
Scoreless game, and it is the bottom of the 5th inning. Trevor Cahill with a career-high 11 strikeouts, and he's done it in 5 innings. So see if the A's can get something going against Gosman. They've had, let's see, I got 3 base runners 2 singles, a fielder's choice, and a walk.
Yep.
That's it.
Not much to try.
Gausman had 50 pitches. That's a little breaking ball in there. Kevin Gausman. 1 walk, 11 strikeouts so far for Cahill.
Changeup is filthy. We talked about having to get to Gausman early on if you were going to get to him at all. 6.35 ERA first time through the order. Second time down to 3.21, and the third time 3.12.
Rolled past Matt Williams down the left field line.
You know, we mentioned the start that Gausman has gotten off to this year. Aside from that game against Minnesota, has pitched well. Hasn't necessarily been the case for him over the course of his career. Through the first half, typically career numbers 4.85 ERA, second half 3.5. So a completely different guy in the second half, but not the case this season.
Like a changeup that kind of,
well, you can see him
come out real smooth.
You can see him slow his body down on that pitch as well. Slow the arm speed down.
So full count to Canna, who popped out to the catcher in his first at bat. Canna last night 0 for 4. Santander to his right, he's got it.
All right, well, we're talking Bart Rapid Deal Days, huh? And in honor of Sean Manaya's no-hitter on April 21st, you can now grab a $15 lower-level ticket presented by Bartable for his next start Tuesday, May 8th. Grab a lower-level seat for $15 by going to athletics.com/rapid. Offer subject to availability and can change at any time, so be sure to sign up for Athletics alerts so you know about the next offer. So visit athletics.com/rapid today.
So 1 out for Piscotty. Piscotty grounded out to the shortstop. 3rd inning. Davis on the back end. He'll take it himself. 2 outs here in the 5th. I think Gausman's got his pitch count pretty well under control as well. 57 pitches, 4 2/3 innings. That's not bad.
Well, I was going to say you can start to get a sense both guys settling in. Trevor Cahill, a little bit of traffic last inning had to wiggle out of that. But to your point, Gausman seems to be right on par as far as pitch count is concerned. Good job of staying efficient.
A little bit low to Maxwell. The Diamondbacks are leading the Astros tonight 3-1 in the 6th inning in Arizona. Morton and Greinke starting pitchers in that game. A couple teams having good seasons.
Yeah, Diamondbacks like to see Greinke continue to progress and get better. Off to a little rocky start. It's been fine the last few outings.
Astros and the Angels tied for the top spot in the AL West. This one tapped slowly right side. It's going to be Machado with the glove. Flips it to Davis, and that will do it for the A's in the bottom of the 5th. We're on to the 6th. No score, A's and Orioles. 6 between the Sharks and the Vegas Golden Knights. It's on the NBC Sports Network. So end your hockey night on NBC Sports California with Sharks Playoff Central after the game. That's after the game. Nothing like Sharks Playoff Hockey. They got to win tomorrow because they are down 3-2 in that series. So they got to win just to force a Game 7, which would be back in Las Vegas.
Got to have the dub.
Yeah, he's part of Team Teal. We're all part of Team Teal, so we're rooting for the Sharks. That's right. Good folks down there in San Jose.
Yeah. Down at the Shark Tank.
Top of the 6th inning, Jones, Machado, and Davis. Trevor Cahill, is the changeup extraordinaire tonight.
he's going to go to it and go to it and go to it. Like to see it. Like to see it.
He's at 88 pitches.
We talk a lot about guys as they start to get into the latter stages of their career. And Cahill, by no means an old man, a veteran, and losing stuff.
Chapman has it right near the bag. Throws in time.
And that's what you like to see from Trevor Cahill, as a guy who's continued to evolve with the times. He shuffled himself between the bullpen and the rotation, different landing spots, Kansas City and Chicago.
So here's Machado. He had a base hit in the 4th inning, then was caught stealing. And this one popped just below us. Oh, what a play. Snow cone by that guy, right below us. And just to prove that he's a very smart man, he gives it to the young lady.
That's the move.
It's a nice play.
It's the move.
Watch the snow cone.
I got it. Yeah.
Yeah, he's pumped. I want to yell at him and tell him he made a great play.
He did.
Looked like Machado went 1 and 2.
Sure did. All right, Kipe. 1-2. Here it comes.
And why not? Another changeup, another strikeout. That's 12 for Trevor Cahill. He's getting in Garrett Cole territory.
12 strikeouts and all 15 of them on the changeup. Throw it, throw it, throw it. That a boy.
Chris Davis.
Well, I got him for 9 swinging, 3 looking.
And I think I want to say 7 or 8, maybe even 9 of them on the changeup itself.
There's Chris Davis. That one floats outside. So what a performance by Trevor Cahill. Most strikeouts in a single game for the A's since 2000. Those guys have all got to the 12 strikeout mark. Since Sonny Gray, Dan Heron. Mulder did it a couple times.
Yeah.
Same season for the big lefty, Mark Mulder.
Sanker split. Good luck with that.
Chris Davis has struck out twice, once looking and once swinging. See Simeon charging it, scoops it up, throws out Davis, and that's another 3-up, 3-down inning. What a performance tonight by Trevor Cahill. That's the good news. The bad news is Kevin Gausman is shutting down the A's.
Yep.
Both pitchers have been very good tonight. We have reached the bottom of the 6th inning. The A's will send the top of their order up against Gausman, who has just a couple of strikeouts. So really they're doing it in different ways. Trevor's got 12 strikeouts. Gausman has just 2.
Yeah, Trevor has been completely and totally dominant over this lineup. Swing and misses, first pitch strikes, all of the above.
Yusmeiro Petit gets up, but the difference there is the pitch count.
Right.
Gausman at 61. One and one the count to Matt Joyce, who has hit a fly ball to left field, and then he reached on a fielder's choice in the 3rd.
When you think about a guy like Cahill with his repertoire as sinker, changeup guy, those are contact pitches at times. And for him to come out tonight with the swing and miss. See there, 98 pitches for Cahill, 12 strikeouts.
He may be done.
He may be done. He may be trying to talk himself into another inning if he's got one. I think with Petit up and cranking in the bullpen, that might put a bow on the night for Cahill.
In Trevor's 3 starts before tonight, his pitch total 92, 98, and 81. And now full count to Matt Joyce, Simeon to follow, and then Lowry. Angels still leading the Mariners. That game is 1-0 in the 5th inning. Joyce holds up, and that's ball 4. So the A's have their leadoff man aboard. That's the 2nd time that has happened in this game.
Well, this is where we talk about extending the innings here. You've got nobody out, but with the at-bat that was just had there by Matt Joyce in front of Marcus Semien, you want to continue to take that approach. Gausman rolling right now. Like to get into that bullpen. We talked about the guys last night, Brock and O'Day. Yep. Heavy workload.
31 pitches for each of those guys.
Might not see either one of those guys. Who knows? But in any event, getting Gausman out of here as comfortable as he's been has got to be the mindset.
Marcus Semien, a single and a ground out. And that one misses outside.
You think to yourself, if Semien can put together a good AB here, whether it's getting Joyce over to second base or maybe just punching something through the right side of that infield, maybe Joyce goes first or third. You've got Lowry up.
That's your best case scenario. Get Lowry up there with some runners on base. Pretty straight up defense. Boy, we don't see that very often. Still a beautiful thing when everybody's lined up in their normal spots.
How it was drawn up. I think, as we mentioned, as the game continues to evolve, the abnormal is becoming normal.
A little bit. And now 2-1. Gausman.
We talked about
missing a little bit in this inning.
And we talked about Cahill becoming deliberate in the way he was working, trying to slow the game down here. Obviously, this inning right now has the potential to turn into a high leverage situation. Top of the order, leadoff walk. Gausman's looking to slow things down. He has an opportunity for a double play ball here. So working very methodically.
Driven to right field. Santander back, still going back, and he caught it. Gets it back in quickly, and Joyce returns to first. Santander, he was running out of room. The wall was coming quickly.
Well, this thing just keeps carrying, You see Semien, we talked about that alley out there, the wind blowing out. Get it up into that little breezeway. Santander tracking. It's only about 2 steps away from the Fanatic sign out there.
So 1 away for Lowry, who has fouled out, and he has walked. Swing and a miss. That's the Gosman changeup, 82 miles an hour. Lowry's average at 353. Hit hard but foul. Jed first in the league in hits, 7th in the league in slugging percentage, 10th in the league in on-base percentage, 1st in RBIs, 3rd in batting average, on and on and on.
From both sides of the plate as well.
Yeah, how about that? Right-handed 353, left-handed 358.
Go ahead, turn me around. Doesn't matter.
A little bit outside.
You know, we talk a lot about Jed not getting as many reps under his belt from the right side, facing predominantly right-handed pitching. But something to be said for just being able to go right back into that comfort zone.
Well, he is in a comfort zone. So now the count even at 2-2. On deck is Chris Davis.
And I think as we get deeper into counts here, it benefits Jed. Great awareness of the strike zone, has a great feel for what he's wanting to do, what the pitcher's trying to do to him. See there, indicated by that first. You take a look back at that first pitch swing and miss on the changeup out in front. Here with 2 strikes, he's able to keep the hands back, fight off the off speed in an effort to try to get a pitch he can handle. Another professional at bat by Jed Lowry.
Joyce inches off at first, not going anywhere, and that pitch is right there. Strike 3 called, and Jed knew it.
Well, MLB At Bat is your #1 Oakland Athletics app. Customize your experience to catch every moment this season. That's right, get A's home screen icons and features such as the MLB.TV Game of the Day, pitch tracking, in-game highlights, live radio broadcasts, stats, news, and more. Download MLB At Bat today.
Already did it. Did
Done.
it about 8 years ago.
Done.
I go to the app, the At Bat app. Seriously, just look at scores, check a stat, check a team, probably seriously 30 times a day.
Easily. That's the world I live in, so.
I mean, even if, you know, we're doing a game and you want to, something happened in another game, you want to check, it takes 10 seconds.
Last night we get the alert. Pujols, 3,000.
Yep, exactly.
Thanks to the app.
It's gotten better every year.
Hasn't it?
Everything you need is there. On the ground to Machado. He's going to go to second, and that will do it for the Athletics. So again, leadoff walk. They do nothing with it. We are moving to the 7th inning. Looks like Trevor Cahill is done.
pitchers. And the man with the plan, the man on the mission tonight, Trevor Cahill. 12 punch-outs, a career high for Trevor Cahill. Had the fastball, changeup combination working. Absolutely devastating changeup on display this evening for the man they call the Dactyl, Trevor Cahill. He had it all working, Kite. Unbelievable effort.
So what it ends up, he's just going to get a good workout here.
That's about it.
Decision.
Yeah.
So he finishes with 98 pitches. So terrific performance tonight for Cahill. So now it goes to Yusmeiro Petit. This is a bounce back game for Yusmeiro Petit.
Yeah, very uncharacteristic of Petit last night. 4 consecutive knocks.
And he only got 1 out last night. Gave up 5 hits and 3 runs. Do not see that very often with Petit. So when it's time for change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service. Trusted oil change, tune-up, and repair expert. So that outing last night is why the ERA has shot up to 4.50. 21 hits in 16 innings. He has not walked anybody this year. Generally has pretty good control. Trumbo, Alvarez, Cisco are the 3 scheduled hitters for Baltimore. 7th inning, no score. 6 total hits in the game. 4 by Baltimore, 2 by the A's.
Been a nice duel between the 2 righties. As you mentioned, going about it a little different. Cahill, utter dominance. Osment, let the defense do a little bit of the work.
Petit threw 18 pitches last night. Swing and a foul ball, and just got a piece of it, did Trumbo, as it rolls behind Bruce Maxwell.
Taylor here, try to go curveball. Just caught enough of it. Maxwell on his way down to block it in the dirt.
Pitch reached for, kind of poke foul by Trumbo. That was great. Foul ball. Lady with the blanket on. I don't think she even saw it coming. It hit her in the leg. That woke her up. She grabbed it and then went, yeah,
That's right, I got it.
play. She's okay, and that's good. And she's got a baseball.
Sometimes the game will find you.
That one hooked down the left field line. Could be trouble, and it is foul. This is what happened to Petit last night, and it happened quickly.
It did, Kite. It just kind of steamrolled and snowballed all at once. A couple knocks, a break, a couple knocks. The next thing you know, the scoreboard starts to light up. The Baltimore Orioles are right back in business. And just a tough night for Petit. We've mentioned very uncharacteristic. A guy who hasn't allowed a free pass at all this year. He's going to throw strikes, and if he just doesn't have it, at times that can be dangerous.
So another 2-2 to Trumbo. Simeon charges, gets a nice hop. Trumbo is out. And that'll bring up Pedro Alvarez. This is now getting into the point in
Number
this game
24,
where a
Pedro
mistake
Alvarez.
is probably going to decide who wins the game. And when I say mistake, that means it could be a mistake on pitch location.
That's right. We know about the power, especially from this individual, but we mentioned the Baltimore Orioles, some of their usual suspects not in the lineup right now that provide that pop, but nonetheless, both squads, Baltimore and Oakland, no doubt have the ability to launch.
Alvarez has struck out twice in this game. So 0 for 6 with 4 strikeouts in this series. And he took a fastball at 88 miles an hour right down the middle.
Looking for something else.
Hope so.
No, but you wonder, a guy like Petit not going to overpower you. I think you can adjust to the fastball.
With a pitch in the dirt. That's where we're at, folks.
Not a bad scene.
Cooling off a little bit at the ballpark. Just missed.
That's a good try by Bruce Maxwell, trying to get it outside. Take a look at his body. He sways to his left, your right if you're watching at home. Tries to center that baseball up. Good try.
That pitch, like a changeup down to Alvarez. Well, he rolls it foul to keep the count 2-2. She doesn't have time for a foul ball. Her sister does, though.
There you go. I got it.
Another close pitch.
It's another good effort by Maxwell. Get that thumb underneath this pitch. Tried to bring it up to the bottom of the zone. Not easily done.
So payoff to Alvarez, and here it is. And he took it again, and it's called a ball. And it did look like it was maybe a little bit down. My question is, how do you not swing at one of those two pitches?
Just a hair out of the zone.
Now batting.
It's a great job by Petit to continue to go to the well there, not give in against a guy who obviously has power. And you mentioned it, Kite. This could be a matter of one mistake deciding the game. So while you don't want to see traffic, Petit going to pick his poison.
So here is Chance Cisco, who has grounded out and struck out. And that one just a little bit low. On deck is Santana, who is a switch hitter. Both bullpens are quiet.
You know, Petit's a guy who can give you multiple innings. Probably like to see him hand this ball over to Trinan.
Yeah, that would be your ideal situation.
That'd be nice.
2 from Petit, 1 from Trinan. Alvarez, a very short lead at first. Doesn't appear that he's going anywhere. Inches off a little bit. And there's a strike, 1-2. Last night, the A's bullpen pitched 4 innings. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Stayed off speed.
Again, the changeup. And kind of like Cahill, not a ton of separation as far as velocity is concerned from the fastball.
Now batting.
That 4-seam rotation off that 4-seam fastball.
Santander.
Again, very important to maintain the arm speed as a pitcher on that changeup. That's what's going to deceive the hitter.
So 2 away. Here's Santander. Santander has lined out and doubled. He doubled right down the first base line. That was in the 5th inning, and he ended up being stranded.
taking a couple good passes on some inside fastballs from the righties.
And he takes that one for a strike. Outfield defense straight away. Simeon shaded over to his left a little bit. Maxwell blocks it. The Rangers and the Red Sox playing again. They are tied 5-5 in the 8th inning down in Texas.
How hot is Mookie Betts?
Mookie Betts. Has he hit 12 home runs?
12, 13, something
you know
like
what?
that.
I could be off by like 5
at this point.
Yeah, he hits 3 a night. Let's see. Mookie 13. Trout's got 11. Gallo, Haniger, Gregorius have 10. That's your American League home run leaders. He's pretty good.
Well, he's leading virtually every offensive statistical category you could possibly imagine.
So Santander on 3-1 takes it. And now there's 2 on and 2 out. And the hitter's going to be Peterson.
Number 29.
Going to head out and chat with Petit.
Yeah, give him a breather here. Would love to see Petit finish this inning. 24 pitches. Don't know about him going back out for the next inning. Would like to see him get through this unscathed if possible.
So a quick meeting comes to an end. Hey, make sure you join us tomorrow. The A's will wrap up this series against the Baltimore Orioles. Your pitching matchup is going to be Andrew Triggs and Alex Cobb. It all starts at 12:30 with A's pregame live. And remember, you can stream the A's on the go with NBCSportsCalifornia.com and the NBC Sports app. So that'll be coming up tomorrow. Cobb has signed that big free agent contract. He did not pitch well early going for the Orioles.
You think about him, Odorizzi, Lynn, guys that, well, just Lynn. I think Odorizzi was signed. He had a spring training, I believe. But Lynn, Cobb, guys that didn't have their spring training.
Makes a big difference, I got to imagine.
Oh, you bet, especially as a pitcher.
Cobb's ERA is 9.5. 0-1 the count to Jace Peterson. That one bounced and it is just foul. So the count 0-2. Oh, that was close.
Just foul. We'll take it.
So the crowd making some noise. Nice crowd tonight. Peterson swing and a miss. He struck him out. So the Orioles' frustration continues. They strand 2 more. 7th inning stretch time from the Coliseum.
you by Kelly Moore Paints. Go where the pros go. Kelly Moore, the painter's paint store.
Bottom of the 7th inning is the A's and the Orioles. Somebody's looking for a run. Nobody has been able to find one yet, as Matt Olson steps in against Kevin Gausman. Gausman at 79 pitches through 6 innings. Olson 0 for 2. The first pitch floats outside. A's have stranded 4 through 6 innings. The Orioles have stranded 6 through 7 innings. Olson hits it hard. That's Peterson, who's playing out in shallow right field. He hustles over to his right and makes a nice play, and Olson's out. You know, there is a difference for an infielder, and they make it look like there's not, but fielding a ball off grass as opposed to fielding the ball off dirt.
When you're talking about a hop, whether or not one is a true hop or not, that ball gets to the grass, it has the opportunity to start snaking on you, going left or right.
Could be a little moisture.
That's right. Can't throw a wet ball hard.
So that's what I mean. That play, even though it looks not routine, but I think it's a little bit more of a difficult play than just normal ranging a little bit to your right.
Well, sure. I mean, this play is practiced, no doubt, almost every day at the big league level. That being said, still an unorthodox angle to make a throw from.
1-1 the count to Chapman, who has struck out and fouled out. Matt Chapman trying to get rolling. He's been in a slump for a while. He's got 9 hits in his last 63 at bats. That covers 18 games. So an adjustment period for Matt Chapman.
And we talked about the young guys like Olson and Chapman. They're going to be penciled in. You've got to make those adjustments as the league starts to adjust to you. And that all comes with age and reps and time spent in the cage. Refining the young approach.
Sitting on a 3-1 count, and the ball's hit hard, and it hits the mound right to Peterson. Never seen anything like that. It hit the rubber.
That's what we call a candy hop.
Right to Peterson, who was playing right behind second base.
Just off
to the left side.
Just off the ramp. And remember the question you asked earlier, Kipe. Is the shift here to stay?
Absolutely. That's a base hit every time if you're playing a normal spot. So, Cannon.
That's why I think it's so important for hitters to continue to try to evolve within the craft here. As we've seen the shift deployed in recent years, there's typically always somebody up the middle. So as you're coming up through the game, you're taught, you look, middle oppo, stay with that approach, let the ball travel. Might behoove some guys to get back to that.
But what's interesting about this shift thing is the stuff you're saying, it's still pretty basic hitting technique.
Yeah, sure.
Where I don't know that there's anything new out there that a hitter can do. Where the shift thing is pretty new.
Yeah, I mean,
the extreme shifts that we're seeing now.
Sure,
that's like a new thing.
Right, and if you think about the approach that probably a lot of ball players have grown up with, going the other way, hitting the ball where it's pitched, that seems like a pretty, I don't want to say easy solution, because this game is hard. This game is very, very difficult. And when you start factoring in the velocity that we're talking about today and the movement combined with 92, 93 mile an hour sliders, Kipe, heck of a lot easier said than done to let that kind of a pitch travel and just hit it where it's pitched.
Yeah, and I think what my point is, I don't think there's anything new out there a hitter can do.
Sure.
Whereas the shift is a new thing defensively. And it has to be working, otherwise teams would not be doing it.
Right.
know, we've discussed this a lot. Left-handed power hitter, hey, they can bunt. That may be something they may do occasionally, but I don't think that's something that's going to change anything.
Right. Right.
I mean, I just don't know that. To me, that's a.
And I think that's the idea
of beat it, but I don't think there's enough people that would do it successfully to make people stop shifting.
And that's why you think, is it a victory if you've got a guy like Chris Davis at the plate,
maybe
trying to push a bunt over to third base? Have you won that battle already?
Even if he does succeed and lays a bunt down.
Sure, it's not 1-0.
Is he going to do it again tomorrow night? And a big swing and a miss. Canna strikes out. That is 4 strikeouts for Gausman. And we are still scoreless as we head to the 8th inning. Zero, 8th inning, A's Orioles. Rosmero Petit is back out there, and he's going to face the top of this order. Mancini, Jones, Machado, 3 powerful right-handed hitters. Mancini 0 for 2 with a walk. He has struck out twice. And the Baltimore Orioles, the 4th time this season they have struck out at least 14 times. And that's through 7 innings. And they have shown some frustration in this game.
No doubt.
Seen a couple of helmet slams at home plate after striking out for the 3rd out. And that could be this game. It could be built up frustration from a tough season.
Mounting already.
They've lost 4 games in a row.
This is a big at bat here for Petit to get Mancini. If you can get him, navigate those waters last night that got him out of the game.
Mancini takes a strike, 2-2. They seem in between, don't they, the Orioles hitters? Even last night a little bit when they had the one big inning against Petit.
Just sort of unsure about the approach, where they want to get off on a pitch. Whether it's being aggressive early in the count or trying to work the count and get deep and take advantage of a pitch. I think Trevor Cahill with the changeup tonight really neutralized any aggressiveness that the Orioles might have come to the plate with.
2-2 pitch, foul back to the screen. Mancini with a good battle here. Petit had 33 pitches after throwing 18 last night. The bullpen is quiet, so Bob Melvin wants that one more inning out of it.
That's right.
Got it. High fastball, and Mancini strikes out for the 3rd time.
Well, you've seen him at the ballpark. Now it's time to wear him on your back. The Harvey, the Rabbit backpack makes its debut, folks, Saturday, May 26th against the D-backs. Come on out. The first 15,000 fans get this awesome giveaway presented by Ross, Dress for Less. Plus, the A's 50th anniversary season-long celebration continues with a special Swingin' A's celebration. A day dedicated to honoring this special team from the 1970s. So make sure you grab your tickets to this special day at athletics.com/tickets. Come on out. It'll be a good day.
Adam Jones rips one toward the gap. That's trouble. It's going to get down. It's going to go to the wall. Adam Jones to second, and he's got a 1-out double. He laid it out there perfectly. It split the gap.
When you talk about him being in limbo, trying to make a decision on when and where they want to pull the trigger. And early here for Adam Jones. I believe it was a changeup, came back over, sends it up into the gap. Orioles got a little something cooking here in the 8th.
And they're gonna walk Machado.
I like it.
Yep. So
Number
Machado
13, Manny
gets
Machado
walked
has
to
been
put
intentionally walked.
runners at first and second for Chris Davis. Davis, 2
Now
strikeouts
batting, number
and a
19,
ground out.
Chris Davis.
Right, Kipe, this really is a no-brainer here. You got the hottest man in the lineup. You cannot let him beat you. So you go to a guy in Chris Davis who's got some swing and miss in him. Let's put the ball on the ground today as well. See if you can't get 2 pitches with 1 out.
First pitch is outside. Davis 1 for 7 in this series. He had the RBI single last night. Trumbo is the on-deck hitter. Davis stands very upright in the box, slightly open stance. Fouls that one off his foot. That's where Davis likes it. Likes it a little down.
He likes it down. He likes to extend those arms. He's a strong man, no doubt about it. Feels like if he can drop that head.
A little out in front. He hit it off the end of the bat and then onto his foot. So 1-1 the count with Jones at second, Machado at first, and Santiago Casilla is now going to start to get loose. And that's a strike on the outside corner with an off speed from Petit.
Changeup.
81 miles an hour.
Seems to be the story of the day.
Pitch is blocked nicely by Maxwell. Hustles after it to pick it up.
That's a heck of a job to get himself centered over that baseball. We talk about catchers wanting to direct this pitch back towards home plate. Get around it if you can. You can see that left shoulder turn in. It's a great job of popping up out of the crouch as well. Never say enough about the ability to keep that ball in front.
Pitch number 40 coming up from Petit. Here it is. And strike 3 call. Davis can't believe it. He has struck out for the 3rd time.
Well, we saw it last inning from Petit. We've seen it this inning as well. He will not give in, refuses to go into the zone to your strength. He's going to make you hit his pitch.
Right there.
Trumbo.
It's a strike.
That's right. And he's asking, that ball's not down?
Listen, when you're the cleanup hitter and there's runners at first and second and it's a 0-0 game in the top of the 8th inning, you got to swing.
Got to. It doesn't swing itself.
That's what you're in there for. So Petit makes a good pitch, and here's Trumbo. Trumbo goes after the first pitch, hits it foul back to the screen. See, that's what he should have did with the pitch.
Square it up, the swing,
Take a big rip at it.
just in case. Very, very dangerous. Catch a splinter.
So 0-1 to Trumbo, who has grounded out twice and doubled. Popped up. Olsen hustling over. He's going to have a play. He's got it. So the Orioles threaten again, and they do not score. They've stranded 8 through the first 8 innings. Here's our game summary brought to you by Toyota. We're going to go right to the pitchers. Why not? Both guys terrific. Osman is back out there for the 8th inning. He's given up just 2 hits and obviously no runs. Trevor Cahill with a career-high 12 strikeouts. He did that in 6 innings. He finished with 98 pitches. So those 2 guys both terrific. And Gosman says, hey, I'm staying out there.
Yeah.
There's a win to be had, but the A's are thinking otherwise.
He's done a great job of early contact, early strikes. That's why he's still around here in the bottom of the 8th inning.
First pitch, Piscotty hits it hard, but right to Alvarez, who throws a little bit high, but Chris Davis grabs it. So 1 pitch, 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. And it'll be Bruce Maxwell. Trinan
the catcher.
starts to throw for the
Bruce Maxwell.
along with Santiago Castillo. Well, Trinan's going to go sit down. Maxwell takes outside 91 miles an hour. 93 pitches now for Gosman. He's retired 7 in a row.
Tell you what, Gosman makes a mistake here. Maxwell has the power potential to make him pay.
Shift on with Peterson, the second baseman, out in shallow right field. Driven to center, but Jones is there. 2 away. So Maxwell 1 for 3 tonight. The A's 2 hits tonight. Simeon in the very first inning with a single, and then Maxwell in the 3rd with a 1-out single. That's it.
That's it.
Gosman has retired 13 out of the last 14. So with 2 outs, Matt Joyce steps in. Looking for a mistake. And that is not a mistake. It's paint on the outside corner. I don't think Gosman throws as hard as he did when he first came up.
Right. It was 95,
yeah.
98.
Splitter. now. He's 92, 93, but he's got plenty of pitches to do what he's doing tonight.
And he's pitching.
Yeah, no question.
And he's pitching. And that's the difference. He's not out there trying to outstuff the opponent.
See that one at 93.
You know, I think that's a big hurdle for some young guys, young power arms, and they arrive at the big league level. They've obviously had success in the lower rungs. That's why they're here. And they want to just outstuff the world. Well, not necessarily the case at the big league level.
It's a good pitch right there. A 2-1 changeup at 81 miles an hour. So you see the fastball at 93, the changeup at 81. That's pretty good.
That's a good separation. You talk about at least 10 or more is what you would really like to see if possible as far as mile per hour and separation.
Two pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Off speed again. So Joyce strikes out. That's 5 strikeouts for Gausman. And it's on to the 9th.
Sports California is brought to you by the Chrysler Pacifica Hybrid, America's first hybrid minivan. Test drive one today.
So we have reached the 9th inning of a scoreless game, and the new pitcher is Santiago Casilla when it's time for change. Think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change, tune-up, and repair expert. So Casilla here in the 9th. As he faces Pedro Alvarez, followed by Cisco and then Santander. Lots of storylines tonight. But maybe the biggest is the fact that A's pitchers have struck out 16 Orioles hitters in the first 8 innings.
Dominant performance. Cahill on the mound.
Yosmero Petit, 2 innings, gives up a hit, no runs, 3 walks. He had 4 strikeouts.
He did a good job of wiggling out of some traffic there. You talk about the 3 walks, 3 passes, was still able to shake that hook.
Alvarez 0 for 2 with a walk, 2 strikeouts and a walk. Center field. Canna's back. Canna warning track, and he's got it. So that's out number 1 here in the top of the 9th. Mask is on. Oh, that's a good sign.
That's good news.
Cisco.
He hits 5th next inning, Kipe.
Never know. So with 1 out, here's Chance Cisco. Ground out in the 3rd, a strikeout in the 5th, another strikeout in the 7th.
Think back to last night, the great job by Ryan Dole. Coming in, punching folks out. Talked about taking charge of a spot in this bullpen. Another opportunity here for Casilla.
That one bounces way out in front.
Well, you could see Casilla try to disrupt the timing there of the hitter at home. I don't know if we'll have another look at it, but he tried to pause at the top, deliver a pitch. See there, holding. Ends up spiking it.
Cisco has 1 home run on the year. Checks his swing, rolls it foul down the third baseline.
I like it. Willie out there getting creative.
Yep.
You know?
Why not?
It's not just for the starting pitcher.
He's been in the league 12 years. He can do whatever he wants.
You gotta figure it out. Sometimes smoke and mirrors can be your best friend. Trust me.
He's ready. Fastball away, 2-2 the count. Angels 4, Mariners 2 in the 7th inning. And the Astros have tied the Diamondbacks. That's 3-3 now in the 9th inning. Arizona was up 3-1.
Yeah, I like to see the D-backs pull that out.
So 3-3 in the 9th down in Arizona. Pitch is down and in. So full count to Chance Cisco.
That's a good take there by Cisco. See you trying to go to the back foot on that curveball. Get the swing over the top. If I'm Willie here, going to get that low outside fastball down the way. Going to make you beat me with my best pitch.
Here it is, payoff pitch. Hit hard, right to Lowry. 2 outs.
There it is. There's a lot to be said for that fastball, well located down and away, especially against a left-handed hitter coming from the right side. Willie's got slight arm side run on the fastball away.
Number 25, Anthony
Get the roll over.
Santander.
See Gosman, and he's got to be going back out there because the bullpen is quiet. Orioles bullpen, nothing going on. Here's Santander. First pitch is a swing and a miss, and a pitch that was running away from him.
You know what? I like that. And I think what we're seeing is Buck Showalter say, you know what? We need some guys to step up. We've got a guy going well right now. This is going to be his ball game. Let's see what the offense can do for us.
I agree.
But they're running into a buzzsaw right now in this Oakland pitching staff.
And a quick 0-2. Casilla ahead of Anthony Santander. So the crowd, over 24,000 tonight, making some noise. Casilla looking for a strikeout. Finish strong. Shallow center. Canna hustling in. He's not going to get it. And that was right off the end of the bat. And Santander has a 2-out single.
Just off the end.
Now batting, number 29, Jace.
You mentioned Santander running out of bat earlier in the AB. Able to just get enough wood on this. Always a difficult play as a center fielder as well. A full hack off the end of the bat. Not an easy read.
Well, here's the 9th place hitter, Jace Peterson, who has singled and he has struck out a couple of times. Top of the order would be next. In the bottom of the ninth, it'll be Simeon, Lowry, and Davis. He's played Peterson toward left center field. Outside again. Now it's 2-0. Mancini is the on-deck hitter.
And 2-0 here. You got to be careful with Jace Peterson. He's taken some good passes on some fastballs earlier in the evening against Trevor Cahill.
Santana inches off. And this one's popped up. Chapman over, under, inning over. So Casilla strands a runner. Bottom of the ninth time. See if the A's can walk it off against Gausman.
Toyota, designed for the grind that comes through every time. See your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places. And by Xfinity, X1 will change the way you experience TV.
Lots of goose eggs. Bottom of the ninth inning. The A's with just 2 hits, and they just need one to win it. Kevin Gausman, he's been terrific. 100 pitches, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts in his first 8 innings. And I'm with you, Dallas. I think it's the way it should be. He's back out there.
Yeah,
it's his game, man.
Absolutely. Even at the 100 pitch mark there, Buck Showalter, we talked about it, understanding somebody needs to step up in this rotation. Somebody needs to make an impression. Gausman has been that man. The team's scuffling. Let him roll.
His last 2 starts, he's made 107 pitches and 106 pitches.
You know, and if anything, I think one thing you can take away from this is he's now working on flipping that lineup for the 4th time now.
That's Michael Gibbons. 2-pitch, roll foul. Yeah, that's not easy, getting through a big league lineup 4 times. Another 1-2. Got him swinging. Another changeup. That one actually almost looked like it had a little cut movement to it.
Cut it, yeah.
Now batting second baseman.
And that's the thing, but you can tell Kipe, he's starting to get very comfortable with this pitch. He's starting to move it around in the zone. A lot of times a changeup can be just a throw-it pitch for a guy with velocity. Doesn't have a great feel for it. Let the action kind of do its thing. Scary to think he's starting to move that thing around.
Swing and a miss by Lowry, 93 miles an hour. Lowry is 0 for 2. He walked in the 4th inning. On deck, Chris Davis. Well, it's 0-2. That one at 95 miles an hour. So he can go get a little extra if he needs it.
That's right. And at pitch 107, I know a lot of people are going, well, isn't his arm supposed to fall off at pitch 100? Well, that's not necessarily the case.
Believe it or not, no, it doesn't fall off at 107. Nice big hop for Chris Davis. 2 outs. And here comes the A's Chris Davis. So this will be a fun matchup.
Number 2.
Everybody knows what Chris Davis is thinking. Everybody in uniform's thinking. Here you got one of the best power hitters in all of baseball. 2 outs. Scoreless game, bottom of the 9th inning. Osmond delivers. Big swing and a miss. 96 miles an hour.
And everybody in the Coliseum took a collective sigh and deep breath. Ooh.
And then Gosman to the outside corner. May have got a little help from home plate umpire Larry Vanover.
That's a tough pitch there. About 1.5 inches or so off the black. Clearly a ball.
0-2 pitch. Drops low. In the dirt, blocked nicely by Cisco. To even the count at 2-2, 112 pitches now for Kevin Gosman. On the ground to Machado, who's got it. Couple steps to his right. Throws across, and the side is retired. What a performance by Kevin Gosman. 9 innings of 2-hit shutout baseball. We're on to the 10th.
Child for Oakland A's game night at Plank in Jack London Square. All proceeds going to the Oakland A's Community Fund. That's right, unlimited games, drinks, food are included for your $100 entry fee. Must be 21 and over. Thursday, May 24th from 5:30 to 8:30 p.m. Get it in you. Go to athletics.com/game night for details. Sounds like a blast.
Yep. Yes, it does. So we have gone to extra innings here at the Coliseum. All kinds of pitching tonight. Casilla, for his second inning work, he snaps off a curveball strike to Trey Mancini, excuse me.
You know, and as these games continue to go on and start to utilize the bullpen, you see Casilla there with a little quick pitch action. You notice that Petit's a guy that can give you more than one. Trinan's a guy that's gone out more than one occasion.
Marcus Semien has it, throws on the run in time. Mancini is retired.
But you're getting a sense that a lot of those guys down there in the bullpen understand what their responsibility is sort of growing into.
Yep, getting there, yeah.
This isn't just a one-inning affair anymore these days.
Now batting, number 10.
Need you one plus,
Adam
maybe
Jones.
even two. Hand it over to the next guy.
So with one out, here's Adam Jones. The Orioles are 3-0 in extra innings. The A's are 2-0. Adam Jones is 1 for 4. He had that one-out double in the 8th inning, but the Orioles could not get him home. Then Cahill for 6, Petit for 2. Now Santiago Casilla an inning and a third. Oh, and that hit him. Inning staff hustling out, as is Buck Showalter. Very scary when they go right to the hand.
Well, it's right to the hand, maybe the hand or the wrist. It's a cold night. Take another look here. It's going to be on the left. Right there, right at the
right wrist.
Yeah, the wrist and the palm where those two meet. It's just a flesh wound, Kite.
Yeah, let's hope so for Adam Jones. He seems to be okay. They're going to continue to check on him as he gets to first base.
Yeah, right on that, right on the bottom of the wrist. And
yeah, you hope that maybe the ball hit some of the meaty part of the hand
Number
area.
13.
it didn't sound like
Manny
it.
No, that's
Machado.
true. It did not. That's good to see Jones staying in the game. So here's Manny Machado. Be careful here. Machado, he has a flair for the dramatic.
Yes, he does.
He's 1 for 3 with a single and then an intentional walk. And he takes a strike.
You think about the flair for the dramatic. Take you back to that WBC game.
That's right.
Manny Machado hit that long fly ball out to center field, and who comes racing in to save the day but his teammate Adam Jones.
Yep.
That iconic shot of him above center field.
Then in San Diego, I believe. That's right. Outfield playing deep. Machado toward right field. Piscotty's there, and he's got it. So Machado now 1 for 4. And here's Chris
Now batting,
Davis.
number 19, Chris Davis.
Davis 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts.
This guy Santiago Casillas got to be careful with here, especially with the curve ball. If it's going to be slow coming to Chris Davis, it's got to be down.
And that's hit hard right to Lowry. Throw to first, and that will do it for the Orioles. They strand another runner. They've now stranded 10 in 10 innings. In a 0-0 game, July 22nd of 2016. It was in the 13th inning when Coco Crisp made it a 1-0 walk-off victory for the Athletics. Ouch.
Oh, baby. Oh!
We ain't done.
So, again, that's the last time the A's walked off to make it a 1-0 victory. See if they can do it tonight. Michael Gibbons is the new pitcher. When it's time for change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service. Your trusted oil change, tune-up, and repair experts. Gibbons got some funky stuff.
He does. He's a difficult AB. 93 to 97 from the right side. Nice little slider. 86 to 90 at times. Dabbles with the changeup, predominantly against the lefties here is what you'll see.
Took a little off, 86, and it's in for a strike.
And there it is, kind of that side slinging arm action, low three-quarter almost. But that man right, oh, Kevin Gossman.
Performance. 113 pitches.
And 98 towards the back end of him, Kite.
Yeah, he was throwing as hard as he was all night in the last hitter he faced as Olson strikes out.
Talk about the changeup from Gibbons. Here it is, 85 miles an hour. Out of the same spot.
First pitch to Chapman is outside.
You talk about the funky AB, the funky delivery from Gibbons. Got that mild Louis Tiant turn. Hides the ball a little bit. Take a look at his motion here. Just a little bit of a corkscrew load up. Said all at Tiant and Cueto.
There's a strike. Michael Gibbons has had 3 really good years out of the bullpen.
He's been outstanding. He again a part of that 3-headed monster. When we talk about minus Britton, talk about Brock.
Yeah, that's right.
O'Day.
So back-to-back strikeouts, Olson and Chapman.
Once upon a time, it been so fine.
It was the fastball. Excuse me, it was the changeup.
Now batting center
Olson, the
fielder,
lefty, the
number 20,
fastball.
Mark
High, expanded the
Canada.
zone, higher than high against Chapman. Got him fishing.
So in 2010, Michael Gibbons was named the 7th best prospect in the Orioles organization. He was a position player. How about that? Come on. First 3 seasons in the minor leagues, he was a position player.
Isn't that amazing?
Became a pitcher in 2013, big leagues in 2015.
Where have I heard that story before? Oh, that's right. I feel like the Nats got a decent lefty out in their bullpen these days.
It does happen occasionally.
Sean Doolittle. I played with a guy named Marcus McBeth.
I remember that name.
Former outfielder.
Machado's got it. Slings it across high. Tag got him. Kind of hustling down the line. Ryan Christensen will check it. Machado, he had to really let it rip on the throw, and another close one.
Got him out. You take a look if you can at Canna's foot. It hits the center of the bag. Maybe if he were to see there, he's trying to avoid the potential contact as well.
Well, they are going to look at it. Never know.
Again, the Orioles have vacated the entire playing field.
They tried that once and they had to go back out there.
They're consistent in the sell job. You see there. There's the tag. Nobody on. Yeah.
Yep. I think they got him. Where's the tag? Right
there.
There.
And then the right foot in the center of the bag. So this is going to go the Orioles' way.
Call was made by the gentleman on the left, Hunter Wendelstedt. He's going to be happy, I think, because the call's going to stay, and it does. So 3 up, 3 down inning. We're moving to the 11th here at the Coliseum. Still no score.
With a night of summer fireworks presented by Lagunitas. Plus, the A's have teamed up with Star Wars for a special Star Wars and Matt Olson themed bobblehead. Get it in ya. Special tickets are required to receive that bobblehead, so clear your calendar to be at the ballpark on Friday, May 25th against the D-backs, so you can enjoy Oakland's best fireworks with a Star Wars twist. So visit athletics.com/Star Wars to get started.
Hey, there it is.
Take a look at that.
Looks exactly like Matt Olson.
Yeah, a little hairy. A little hairy.
I knew it was Matt Olson immediately when I looked at it. Danny Coulombe comes in. So he is pitcher number 4. Coulombe 0-1, 7.36 ERA as he faces Trumbo, Alvarez, Cisco, a couple of lefties.
Got a ball down the line.
Yep.
Chris Hatcher warming up for the Oakland A's.
Trumbo 1 for 4. Good pitch, and it's 1-1. Blake Trinan 17 pitches last night after a pretty heavy workload in Seattle. Sharp breaking ball. The Diamondbacks got a run in the bottom of the 9th, and they beat the Astros 4-3. A.J. Pollock walked it off with a single. A.J. Pollock, kind of a maybe overlooked, really good player.
He has been swinging it well. He's got a 3-homer game under his belt this year.
He's got a free agent contract coming up too. Will join the free agent market after this year unless the Diamondbacks lock him up. Lowry cannot quite get it. Reached right at the last moment. So Trumbo has a leadoff single. It's just the second time in this game that the Orioles have had their leadoff man.
Your attention, please.
Trying to go in on
Ladies and
Trumbo.
gentlemen, for Baltimore.
Crowd the big
batting
fella.
for Alvarez. Number 2.
Probably
Danny
the lack of velocity,
Valencia.
and that's all that allows Trumbo to get away with this. Coulomb beat him to a spot strong enough to muscle it out there. See there. He won't even get a speeding ticket on the highway for that one. 64.8 off the bat.
So here's Valencia pinch hitting for Alvarez. Valencia was in the lineup last night, had an RBI single. Jumps on that first pitch, fouls it back.
Danny Valencia, a guy that can handle the lefties.
Cisco, the left-handed hitter, is next. The Red Sox beat the Rangers 6-5. Joey Gallo, a couple of home runs in a losing effort for Texas. Joey Gallo has 12 home runs now. So the Rangers are now 13-22 after that loss. Valencia had a good rip at a pitch that was up. Yankees won again. They beat the Indians 5-2. Sonny Gray got a second win. They are by far the hottest team in baseball, Dallas. The Yankees have won 14 out of their last 15.
And Sonny Gray continues to get better. Struggled mightily out of the gate for the Pinstripes. The last 2 outings have seen him start to come back down to earth in terms of who they felt like they went and gotten Sonny Gray.
So how about that? The Yankees have won 14 out of 15. They're still a game out of first place.
Yeah.
Shows you how the Red Sox are doing.
Yeah, they got off white hot start.
Red Sox 24-9. 1-2 pitch, strike 3 call. Valencia knew it. Heads back to the dugout.
That's a great pitch by Coulomb there. They had worked Valencia inside. Don't know if he was necessarily looking for the fastball, but at any rate, I'm guessing he was. You take a look at that front hit there. That thing starts to fly open. Right there, he's sitting heater. Coulomb says, nay, nay, knock, knock. Someone's at the back door. It's Uncle Charlie.
Oh, Danny. Well, he got a couple fastballs to hit and fouled them back.
That's right.
Cisco had a pretty good swing. Chance Cisco. Cisco tonight 0 for 4. 2 groundouts, 2 strikeouts. A little bit low. Bottom of the 8th inning up at Safeco, Dallas. Mike Zunino just hit a 2-run homer to give the Mariners a 5-4 lead over the Angels. So, big moment up at Safeco.
That is. Bottom of the inning. Try to come out and seal that deal. Sure, Edwin Diaz is looming.
Taking the lead, if you're the home team in the bottom of the 8th, is just a beautiful thing.
You know, it's
such a beautiful thing.
I don't think you can quite put anything in the category of a walk-off, but it's almost like it gives you that sigh of relief that
3 outs away.
We don't have to go extras if we don't want to.
That's right. Two and one. Santander, who is a switch hitter, is in the on-deck circle. Bounced foul. Looked like that pitch was well inside the Cisco.
And that's going to be the name of the game for Danny Coulombe. He wants to crowd these lefties, work them in, chase them in. White line or better. That white line of the inside part of the batter's box is what I'm referencing. Work them in there, chase them off, spin that breaking ball down and away. See if you can get the Cisco kid to expand.
Two and two. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Cisco strikes out for the 3rd time.
Well, they wanted to go away with the slider. Maxwell called for the curveball a couple different times. Coulombe didn't like it, wanted to add a little more depth on this pitch here. It backed up on him. He gets away with it. Kind of spins out of the hand, ties up Cisco on the inside part of the plate. Promise you, Cisco wasn't looking for a slider up and in.
So 2 outs. Here's Santander, who will swing around and hit from the right side. He's got 4 hits and 21 at bats as a right-handed hitter. And there's a strike. Trumbo still at first. He had the leadoff hit here in the top of the 11th. Not really a base stealing threat. And a swing and a miss. Santander chased. Bottom of the 11th, it'll be Piscotty, Maxwell, and Joyce for the A's. Coulombe trying to finish it off, get the A's back in the dugout. Quick throw. Trumbo's back.
Just checking in.
A little bit high. So Petit, 2 good innings. Casilla, 2 good innings. And 18 strikeouts for A's pitchers.
That's incredible. But that's the ball game we play these days. You punch out 18 times, find yourself the ball game all knotted up in extra innings.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out, making 19 strikeouts for A's pitchers. And another runner stranded for the Orioles, and we are headed to the bottom of the 11th.
athletics and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Athletics Investment Group, LLC.
Good inning for Daniel Coulomb. Gives up a hit, but then strikes out 3. So the 6th time in Oakland A's history that the A's have struck out 19 opposing hitters. The record 26 in 1971 against the Angels, but that was done in 20 innings. Danny Valencia stays in the game at third base. I don't really want to be here for 20 innings.
Yeah, you know, we don't have to break that record. We don't
think there's any reason why we have to break that record.
Nope. Yeah, but I tell you, Kai, the Oakland A's have struck out the side, I believe, 3 separate times tonight. So I don't think it would take that long to get there.
No, it would not. Piscotty fouls it back. 1-2 the count. Michael Givens' second inning of work. His first inning was 3 up, 3 down with 2 strikeouts. Bottom of the 11th. That slider from Givens.
And that's a pitch he deploys mainly against the right-handed hitter. Talk about the fastball.
Piscotty tries to hold up, and he did.
Take a look from the side here. Check him. No, he didn't.
Piscotty 0 for 3. Shoots that one foul. Attendance tonight 24,612. Very nice crowd. Not all of them are still here.
They've taken their bobblehead and gone home.
That guy is still here. He's pumped. So Piscotty swings at a pitch that was right on the corner. And that's 3 strikeouts for Michael Givens.
Now batting
We talk about the low and away fastball being a go-to challenge pitch, especially for high-velocity guys. Piscotty, not a guy who you might fear that's going to overpower you at the plate, make him hit your pitch. We saw Casilla do it. We saw Petit do it, and Givens on the flip side.
Here's Maxwell. Fastball away. Maxwell is 1 for 3. Right at the knees for a strike. A low strike. So 1-2 to Maxwell. On deck, Matt Joyce, another left-handed hitter. Rolled up the first late baseline, but foul. So this game and that Angels-Mariners game, the only 2 still going on all around Major League Baseball.
Shake things up a little in the standings here after tonight.
Could be. And the Angels were thinking 6 outs away from first place, but that did not happen. So the Astros lost. Rangers lost. See what happens here with the A's. And a good fastball from Givens. 96 with that kind of funky arm slot.
Well, it explodes.
Gets on you a little bit.
That's right. It explodes. It's got another gear right around 55 feet. Sort of feels like it just takes off. That riding fastball keeps its plane. Difficult pitch to get on top of.
So 2 away for Matt Joyce. Outside to Joyce, who is 0 for 3. He's been on base a couple times, reached on a fielder's choice, and walked. And there's a fastball for a strike. 96 miles an hour.
This guy you'd really like to see get it going. Matt Joyce, flip-flopping him and Simeon at times at the top of the lineup.
Just realized that 17 consecutive ace hitters have been retired. Their last base runner was Joyce, a leadoff walk in the 6th inning. 17 straight. Hatcher getting loose in the A's bullpen. So it looks like you may see Hatcher. He's warming up like he's ready to come in. 2-2 pitches, rolled foul. There's not a whole lot that comes out of Gibbons' hand that's anything close to being straight.
Oh no, not at all. Especially, I mean, especially that low 3/4, that slight body turn.
And look at that nasty stuff, and he strikes out the side. So 5 strikeouts in 2 innings for Michael Gibbons. 12th inning coming up from the Coliseum. NBC Sports Network, and then end your hockey night on NBC Sports California with Sharks Playoff Central after the game. Golden Knights lead that best-of-7 series 3-2, so Sharks got to win.
Got to have it.
Top of the 12th, Danny Coulombe stays in to face Jace Peterson. It could be that this is the last hitter that Coulombe faces. Bob Melvin wants the lefty on lefty.
Makes sense. You've had Hatcher up cranking.
Peterson 1 for 4. He singled way back in the 3rd inning. A couple of strikeouts and a pop out to 3rd. Coulombe gave up a leadoff hit in the 11th inning, but then he struck out Valencia, Cisco, and Santana. Swing and a miss. Kept the ball away from Peterson.
Well, it's that tight little slider. He threw that first pitch slider on the inside part of the plate. Again, the pitch that he punched out Cisco with, that high inside sort of backup pitch. Does a good job of getting on top and moving this to the outside part of the plate. Looks like he bought himself another one.
And he got him. Hard slider down and away. 4 consecutive strikeouts for Danny Coulombe, and Bob Melvin up out of the dugout. So it's going to be Hatcher coming in when it's time for change. Think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change, tune-up, and repair experts.
Grab a $15 lower level ticket presented by Bartable for his next start Tuesday, May the 8th. Grab a lower level seat for $15 by going to athletics.com/rapid. Offer is subject to availability and can change at any time, so be sure to sign up for athletic alerts to know about the next offer coming your way. So visit athletics.com/rapid today for more info.
So Chris Hatcher comes in to face the top of the order, Mancini. First pitch outside. Nice job by Danny Coulombe. 4 strikeouts in an inning and a third.
Fine job by the lefty.
So 10th appearance for Hatcher. It's been a while though. Last time he pitched was a week ago tonight in Houston.
And Hatch obviously hasn't gotten off to the start that he'd like to. You know what's in there.
Just saw it last year.
Oh yeah.
And that went right in there for a strike. So 2-1 to Mancini, who is 0 for 4 with a walk and 3 strikeouts. And now 3-1. Jones to follow if either Mancini or Jones gets out, and then Machado would hit. That's the guy to avoid.
You do all you can to.
And it's a walk.
Keep him out of the box, no doubt.
So Mancini's aboard with 1 out. That's the 5th walk issued by A's pitchers, and we're going to get a pinch run. Craig Gentry, our old friend Craig Gentry, is going to run for Mancini.
Attention, please. For Baltimore,
we know how fast
number 14,
Gentry is.
And run
Craig
can
Gentry,
he.
Yes,
running
he
for Mancini. Now batting, number 10, Adam Jones.
So now an added layer of the game here to the situation.
Absolutely.
For Hatcher, control the running game. Talk about giving your catcher an opportunity to make a play for you. Let's see a hold here. Hold, step off.
Well, Dallas Gentry is 5 for 5 in steal attempts. He's got 5 of the 12 stolen bases for the Orioles.
When we talk about not being able to wait around this offense for that big homer, that big knock, it just hasn't come. Gentry almost completely beyond the cut of the grass.
First pitch to Jones, a little bit outside. Yeah, the game just got more interesting with Gentry's speed coming into it.
You never know here. 2-0. Fastball count. Excuse me, 1-0.
Machado on deck.
Got a hole in the right side. Talk about Baltimore having to create offense.
Tree not going. How about what's going on in Seattle? The Angels trailing 6-4, top of the 9th inning. Diaz comes in, 2 outs, nobody on. Trout gets on, Upton homers. 6-6 game going to the bottom of the 9th. So that has been a crazy game. Zunino, a big home run in the bottom of the 8th to give the Mariners the lead.
Yeah.
There goes Gentry. Swing and a miss. Maxwell's throw is there. They got him. So Gentry is thrown out for the first time this year, and it's done by Bruce Maxwell.
That's what I'm talking about. Hatcher does a great job of being quick to the plate, an abbreviated leg kick. Maxwell coming up, catch and throw. Outstanding job on the transfer. Jed does an even better job of letting this ball travel. You see, one foul swoop right into the side of Gentry. Tag before the bag. The green and gold are in business.
I didn't think he got a very good jump.
Didn't look like it.
No, it did not look like it. Now Chapman has it. Throw a little low. Olsen scoops it up, and the Orioles do not score. So they get a 1-out walk, nothing else. Great throw by Maxwell. Bottom of the 12th coming up. SportsCalifornia.com and the NBC Sports app. Hey, look, a walk-off celebration.
I'm into those.
That'd be fun. Yeah. I like to do that in about 3 minutes.
Hitting off the bottom of the 12th inning for the Athletics. Shortstop.
Won the game on opening day with a walk-off.
I had a good talk with him that day.
So Gentry stays in the game in left field, and the new pitcher is Pedro Araujo. Pedro Araujo.
That's right. Again, it's a prerequisite these days, 94, 95 plus in the bullpen. That's what you're getting out of Pedro. Araujo here, slider changeup combination.
First pitch to Marcus Semien. He's a little bit outside. Araujo, 22 strikeouts in 17 and 2/3 innings, but he's given up 3 home runs. Overall, 4.58 ERA. Semien, a line drive, but into the glove of Valencia. Kind of a soft line drive.
Take a look at this StatCast on the hose job by Brucey behind the dish. Again, 2-second pop time. Just north of 75 miles an hour down to second base. Plenty of time to get the speedy Gentry.
So 1 out for Lowry. Lowry 0 for 3. The A's just have not been able to get anything going. 19 consecutive hitters now have been retired. And the A's have just 2 hits. Their last hit was in the 3rd inning.
Rare sight to see Lowry up at the dish, over.
Yeah, the A's have just 2 hits. Lowry usually has 2 hits by the 5th inning, the way he's going this year.
Again, the story tonight, the 2 starters, Cahill and Gosman. Phenomenal job of mowing down each opposing lineup.
Runs off the plate at 87 miles an hour.
Araujo earning his first major league win this season. April 6th at New York. Tossed 2 scoreless innings.
Hey, he has not been in the big leagues before this year. 24 years old from the Dominican Republic.
Obviously another guy that Showalter's identified as somebody who can give him more than 1 inning.
3-1 to Jed Lowry. Here it is. Pop-up foul. Arroyo falling into that Rule 5 category, where the Orioles grabbed him from the Cubs in that Rule 5 draft, but he has to stick in the big leagues this year. Otherwise, it's offered back to the Cubs. So it's a great situation if you're the player, because
sure,
they got to keep you in the big leagues. So,
yeah. Remember a buddy of mine, left-hander Jay Marshall. Rule 5 from the White Sox, I believe.
Know the name. There's a line drive. That's a base hit to center field. 1-out single for Lowry. And here comes Chris Davis.
Here we go. Jed's got his knock, and now we're ready to rock. Gets the heater up out over the plate. Sends it right back up through the box, right where it came from.
Davis. So hit number 3 for the A's.
Orioles outfielders are going to back up. No doubles defense.
First pitch to Chris Davis is in the dirt. Chris Davis is 0 for 4. He has grounded out 4 times. Take that back 3 times. He reached on a fielder's choice in the 4th. Actually, he hit that pop-up that fell, and then they threw to second base. Get the out there, so it went as a fielder's choice. Missed again, 2-0. Davis with 8 home runs on the year, 26 RBIs. Not close, 3-0.
See Araujo just jerking that heater to the glove side.
So he steps off the mound for the 2nd pitch in a row. I'd let him go on 3-0, wouldn't you, Chris Davis?
I tell you, Cut,
Lancing on the outside corner.
Usually I'm with you. He has missed egregiously, though, and I'm going to make him. I got to have you back in the zone. Show me you can repeat. Now here, 3-1.
Let it go.
Let him fly. Absolutely.
And he belts it, and we are going home as that baby is gone. So there's your hero, folks, Chris Davis. His 9th home run of the year, a no-doubter in the bottom of the 12th inning, first walk-off home run in franchise history, with the score tied 0-0 in extra innings. So Chris Davis, he leaned on a 3-1 pitch, Dallas.
Lean on me. Amazing. KD, don't get cheated.
There it is. Right down the heart.
Oh, heater coming to him.
So always worth another look or 3. As everybody goes home happy tonight except the Baltimore Orioles, whose struggles continue. Well, he got a pitch to hit. Chris Davis doesn't usually miss those. So Davis, a 2-run homer, and the A's walk off the Orioles in the 12th inning, and the A's get themselves back over the 500 mark at 17-16. So a long night, but a good night. As we always like to say, if you're going to play extra innings, well, you better make sure you walk home with the victory. And he's walked off with the victory. But so finally, after not getting a hit for about 9 innings, they get the hit by Lowry, and then no surprise, Chris Davis with the big fly.
Well, they got Gossman out of there. They got him right where they wanted him, right, Kai? Right where they wanted him, into that bullpen. And KD delivers the big blow for the boys. Good to see.
So Chris Davis will chat with us, and let's not forget about the bullpen. Terrific performance by, well, really all the pitchers. Cahill had 12 strikeouts in 6 innings, but it went Petit, Casilla, Coulombe, Hatcher. They all threw shutout baseball, so they all deserve a pat on the back as well.
It was a complete team effort. You get guys extending themselves, going multiple innings, everything you want to see out of that lineup.
All right, so Gausman, he was good. Givens was good, but Arroyo, the young Rule 5, just couldn't quite get through it. And
not so much. You're going to take your lumps at the big league level, Kite.
So a 2-0 shutout victory in 12 innings for the Athletics, and they go for the sweep tomorrow. But we can thank Chris Davis for sending us all home happy. Chris is standing by downstairs, and he's already gotten the walk-off treatment.
Yeah, they took it easy on me right now.
Well, you know what, Chris? We'll make it quick, but we appreciate you stopping by. So we thought maybe they would give you the green light on 3-0. You took it, but you weren't going to take the second one. Did you know anything about the kid that was pitching? Because obviously he's a rookie, and we haven't seen him before.
Nah, I just wanted to see a strike. They gave me the green light 3-0, and he went 3-0 on me quick, and I just wanted to see a strike right quick before I got him.
Hey, you get a performance like you did, KD, out of Trevor Cahill tonight. How important? What does it mean for the ball club to walk away from this one on the right side of the victory?
That's huge. He brings that veteran presence, and every time he takes the mound, he gives us a chance to win. So hats off to him.
Chris, final question. You guys have been so good offensively. It's strange to see you go so long without scoring any runs. But, again, you guys keep grinding, and you're right in the middle of this lineup. But we've watched you guys now for over 30 games. This is a pretty darn good lineup, and I think you guys, when it's all said and done, are going to score a lot of runs.
Yeah, absolutely. The pitching's been great, giving us a chance to put up runs, quick innings. And Cahill's stuff was electric tonight. He had that Bugs Bunny changeup, and he attacked the zone, got after it.
And no doubt about it, KD, amazing job tonight. Get upstairs and clap hands with the boys, buddy.
All right, appreciate it, fellas.
All right, so Chris Davis, it was home run number 9, and it's a walk-off. And we're going to make that our Chrysler drive of the game. Why not? It's a walk-off. Dallas, take it away.
Rightfully so. Well, KD, you ask, you shall receive. Comes up in a big spot. No better man to have at the dish at a clutch time like that. And he delivers with the J, a perfect swish to send the green and gold home with the W.
All right, so we're going to sleep fast, and hopefully the A's can finish off the sweep tomorrow of this Baltimore Orioles team. A's 17-16, and the Orioles, on the other hand, they've now lost 5 in a row. They are 8-25. So 3 hours, 32 minutes was your time of game. 24,612 saw it, and what a game tonight. The A's win it on Chris Davis' walk-off home run in the 12th inning. Time now for A's post-game live. Brody Brazil is standing by. He's a happy man, and so are we. Brody, take it away.